Look whose handsome face is on camera first.
Welcome to the place to be reviews.
Were you expecting someone else?
Welcome to the place to be reviews.
Were you expecting someone else? Let's start the show.
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass. And I'm all out of bubblegum.
Give me bread. Back, eat that. Hey, I want to play the beer reviews. These toasted strudels. Eat that.
Consider this an invitation to my gangster name.
Let's get ready to rumble.
Under attack, always coming in last, bringing up the fast. No one owes you anything, I think. You need a shotgun blast, a kick in the ass, so paranoid. Watch your back! Oh my, here we go, another loose cannon gone bipolar. Slip down, couldn't get much lower. Quickstand's got no sense of humor. I'm still laughing like hell. You think that a crime to me? Looking so sorry that I'm gonna believe you've been affected by social disease. Well then take your medicine. I created the sound of madness, smoke a full-blown brain. Somehow I'm still here to explain that the darkest hour never comes in the night. You can sleep with the dawn, but when you gotta wake up and fight.
Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.
It is I, it is he, it is me, P-double-D-E Temple, Cooey from the Place to Be Reviews, right here with all of yous, the Fandom Menace People's Champion, the most electrifying man in the Fandom Menace, Monday night, going in Raw, episode 143. Welcome to the Place to Be. Damn, we got a good chat in the house already tonight. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I hope my hat offends somebody out there. That's why I wear it. Damn, we got a great panel tonight. Let me introduce my co-host with the most, first and foremost, Mr. Tony Tone Dev.
It's the owner of the worst channel on YouTube and commander to the legion of deaf heads, the world's wokest warrior, primitive-sided, toxic fanboy aligned with the like-minded. Tony Tone Dev rocking with you. It's Monday, right? Going live, the Place to Be Reviews. What's up, everybody out there in the chat? Everyone on the panel, the pleasure's all mine. I'm looking forward to the start of a great week. Can't wait to discuss some great topics.
Thank you for being here as always, brother. I do appreciate it, my man. And next on the panel, making his return to the show, ladies and gentlemen, Fanzcene Vids.
Hello, fellow followers, and welcome to the Place to Be Reviews. Fanzine, a cult classic 80s loving geek. Glad to be here.
Well, thank you for joining us, man. I appreciate it as always. And last but certainly, oh, sorry, bro, didn't mean to cut you off.
No, go ahead.
Last but certainly not least, my Rogue Entertainment brethren. He has been rebranded, reborn, baptized in the fire. Here he is. Enter the unfamiliar.
Wow, that is quite an intro. Thank you, everyone. Let me phase into view here. Oh, there we go. There we go. I got my Seinfeld background here. All ready for the show. Thanks for having me. I'm excited to be here. I have to say, that is one heck of an intro. That intro is fantastic.
Thank you.
That's
you.
Really well done. Yeah, really, really well done.
Thank you. The original intro, the Place to Be part, that was made by Nerdy Blurb TV. Ryan made that one for me because I got the whole Lost theme for my channel because I don't get to talk about it a lot because it's like my favorite show. I'm gonna turn my mobile off camera here for that.
Lost?
Yeah, Lost. I love that show, dude. I'm on my like fourth viewing all the way through on it.
Oh, wow.
I haven't watched it nearly as much as Seinfeld, but Lost is up there. But yeah, he did that, and I was like, I gotta spice it up, man. I gotta kind of make it hot. It's a little bit on the long side, but honestly, like that is how when you see I come out from the entryway there. That's some of my wrestling footage in there. I had a flair for like my intros, like they would have to like allow extra time for our matches because my intros took so long because we would walk to the ring all slow and take our time, and then we'd cut like a 5-minute promo before the match even it was just like it was fun. It was fun.
But it's worth it though, as long as it's like engaging, it doesn't matter how long it is.
Right.
And I think that's totally engaging.
That's why I tried to like just keep it like entertaining. That's why I switched the songs up and went to because like Shinedown actually Sound of Madness was one of my ring intros. So I used to come down to the ring to that. So I was like I'm gonna use that one. I love that damn song anyway. So I might actually go see them in concert here pretty soon. So I'm fingers crossed I have a babysitter and I don't have to go without the wife because I'll go without her to see Shinedown.
They're a great band. They really are.
Yeah.
I'm like I said, it's at a casino like about 45 minutes south of me. So we just get a hotel room down there and enjoy a good evening and not have to worry about driving anywhere. But
that's the way to do it.
Oh God, yeah. The way not to do it is before we get into the first topic of the night, I saw this article and I'm like, I have to. We have to talk about this because it's so like this is on par with Star Wars having a fucking rock. And this is Marvel reveals new alphabet hero Captain America of the Railways. Okay,
What?
This is by Jamie Lovett. Now, let me first say that not that there's anything wrong with that.
Good Seinfeld reference there.
That being said, is this something we really? I mean, like, oh my God, like, why? There's no point in this at all.
None.
Is this a new Captain America now they're doing? Like a new version of him?
It's like from what I think I read earlier was something like it's like a homeless teen who's an alphabet thing who's like wears the Captain America stuff and like defends the down there in the railways.
So he's just a homeless. So they're making their LGBT a homeless guy.
Yeah, but I mean that's if there's one thing they like to do is make them like comics are dead anyways. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Marvel and DC have died a slow death.
It's nice to know what they think of gay people.
Yeah, I was gonna say, ETEP. That's like with Batwoman, right? The new Batwoman. She's like an ex-druggie who's living homeless. I mean, what is it? But she's also the LGBT community. Why do they try to prompt these characters up and promote this community? But then they revert to like making them homeless and drug dealers.
Why is a Captain America living in a gentrified Queens? Just move over from Brooklyn.
The underdog. They're trying for the underdog effect, but I don't think they realize what they're exactly doing. That's the problem. That they don't understand what they're doing at all. They're just trying to get clicks and stuff.
Yeah,
you have to like the underdog.
Yeah,
that's it. Let me acknowledge the chat here for a second. We got Jamie East in the house, Daisy Divine, super fan Adam Shawhan. Who else is up in here? Who else? I saw Keely Chow, the Fandom Menace Ultron. He is
Keely Chow.
Keely Chow is everywhere.
He
Vassy was here. He's like Visa MasterCard, everywhere you want to be. Man, thank you all. Manliness and Motivation is here. What's up, Wes? What is up, man? Thank you all. Yeah, this character, like Batwoman, like the episode last night, they gained 150,000 viewers, but still, it's the 4th lowest rated episode overall out of 20 out of 27 episodes. That's the 4th lowest rating. It beat nothing in the first season. Like that doesn't even touch anything in the first season. And everybody said, I included, the first season was bad. This character, it's like, well, Ryan was a drug dealer, but she never did drugs. She dated the girl she was dating was a drug addict and now a drug dealer, and Ryan still basically refused to turn her in until she needed information from her. Then she threatened to turn her over to the cops. And then it was funny because she got shot in the shoulder by Hush in the first episode with the kryptonite shotgun shell.
Okay.
And now she's like had kryptonite poisoning when the plot needs her to. And aside from that, she's fine. But her ex-girlfriend had another girl in a panda onesie, and Ryan shows up at this bitch's house in the bat suit, talking to her like it's Ryan talking to Angelique, not like Batwoman. And she's like, do I fucking know you? And the girl comes out in her onesie. She's like, oh my God, do you have an opener for this wine? And Ryan's like, she doesn't drink. And it's like, what the fuck? Like, and then she tells her she tells her what she needs to know, and then the bitch pushes her and takes like a grill cover to like one of those charboil grills and just like smashes her in the fucking face and knocks her over a balcony. And dude, as she fell in my video, I did the Wilhelm scream as soon as she fell off the balcony, and she lands on the car, and I zoom in and I have the Seinfeld theme playing. Just smashed on the roof of this car. It was so perfect. I'm like, Wilhelm scream, Seinfeld theme, pan and zoom, bam, right there. And I started because they have to go to the fucking island of Coriana. And it's lesbian island. It's like female pirate lesbian island. And we got more exposition this episode than like, it was like 7-minute fucking scenes. Like, I was sitting there thinking like, and I really didn't bring it up in my review because I was like, I really didn't think much of it. I was like, man, this scene just seems to be like dragging on. And then I watched like 2 or 3 other people's reviews, and I'm like, they're like, this scene went on for 7 fucking minutes. 7 minutes of 7 minutes of exposition of things we already knew from the previous like 3 or 4 episodes. So yeah, Az's video was fucking great. I would honestly like, I want to tweet him. I want to talk about Batwoman with him because I just did. This was my 50th fucking Batwoman video, and
50th.
Yeah, between all the episode reviews and like ancillary videos, 50 fucking videos.
Wow,
dedicated to this.
You're probably one of the biggest fans of the show, and you're just doing it. You know, you're probably one of them.
And then I got blocked on Twitter today by some fucking weirdo who was like, "You're just a troll." I'm like, "No, dude, trust me. I review the show. I fucking know. I probably know more about this than you do."
Yeah, you know all the in and outs.
Unfortunately, I do. I've got the Eric Bischoff clip though queued up for any time they show, because there was like, what Az say, 6.5 lesbians this show. I normally count how many times I've got my Eric Bischoff gif of him going, "The lesbians," and I fucking play that whenever they play the lesbians. And I started singing the song now from Gilligan's Island. I was like, "Here on Lesbian Island," and yeah, I'm gonna fucking like mix that up and produce that. Like, let me sit back just and tell you the tale of lesbians. They lived on an island named Coriana, and I'll just come up with something else. But yeah, it's real. I'm gonna do that shit. I got tomorrow my video. I got a Twitter video coming out because I got blocked on Twitter by some Fruit Loop today. But
you got blocked?
Yeah, I got blocked. He didn't like he didn't like rationalization and reasoning and logic, so he blocked me. Yeah. Hail Tommy and the Guinea Pig Collective, man. What is going on, brother? Thank you for joining us. Hail Tommy. What's going on, man? Go over there and subscribe to Tommy and the Guinea Pig Collective, my man. Yes. Get over there. Nibble. Assimilate. Nano Reaper says there are no straight women. No, there isn't. Every fucking woman's a lesbian.
I was going to mention,
and they're all related.
The vision that pops into my head when I hear Lesbian Island in 2021 is completely different than the vision that popped in my head in like 2001. So,
yeah.
Now I just want to bring a flamethrower.
It's different.
Yeah,
different type.
Here's Captain. We don't have to go through this whole article, but this is Aaron Fisher. This is Aaron Fisher. This is look at him.
Bask in all of his glory, or their glory.
Look at, he's got the fucking.
All right, he's got like the all-star boots.
Supposed to be general neutral.
Oh, he's gender neutral.
Gender neutral, yeah.
Yeah. Is that the communist star there on his neck? Captain America's wearing the communist star, the red star. I mean, that's kind of what that looks like.
This is our
Communist
Captain America,
star.
comrade. This is our
Yeah.
Captain America.
Right. That's That's what it looks like, huh? Interesting.
Gosh.
Jesus. Yeah. So this is Aaron Fisher. He's the new captain, and he's got his Captain America with a fucking septum ring.
Too much of a chance Red Skull can be a sugar daddy. That's why
I think he's wearing like the farmer,
the overalls.
Yeah.
How very Norman Rockwell-esque of you. All he needs is the fucking pitchfork to be standing there next to Ma in the picture. So yeah, that's Aaron Fisher. I don't want to read this, but my God,
does he have like super?
Go ahead, Fun.
Does he have superpowers?
Let's see. Cap fights against super powerful beings and saves the world almost always, but Aaron helps those who walk alone in the street with problems they face every day. I hope. Oh Jesus! So this is like
sounds very exciting.
Yeah, wow, he's
captivating.
Like, I'll take you to Whole Foods.
Yes.
I'll be honest here. You want to go, Tony?
I want. Is that fudge on the side of his shield?
He was at the chocolate. He was at Willie's Chocolate Factory.
I will be honest.
Not that there's anything.
If this character, if they came out with this character, and they introduced this character slowly, and he did all these things, and he wasn't like they're clearly going for something there, and then they was like,
oh yeah.
Just all of a sudden, like maybe like, oh, and this character is a member of the Alphabet community, but you've already invested into the character. That's how you do a character. That's how you do it for somebody who may not like those characters. You get them invested, and then that's boom. Then you got the character, and they're like, oh well, that doesn't bother me because I know who this character is. But this character is all about. Look at him. Look at the way he's dressed. He's gender neutral. He's this. He's this. He's this. But what is he actually doing? What is his purpose other than being a tokenized character?
Yeah, that's the problem. You're absolutely right. If it's, when you make it about what he is instead of, you're writing the character for like who they are. If it's about the what instead of who, then that's all we're going to see. And it comes off fake and pandering. That's what we've been saying all along. Yeah. It's like you're just creating this character to like appease a group, but you don't really, you're not really caring because otherwise you'd put time, effort. I mean, I don't know. This character hasn't come out, so we're just assuming. But we've seen other things like this that that have come out, and you can tell, they put no time and effort into these characters. I mean, Batwoman's a perfect example of that. They're not putting the time and effort into it, so it's just kind of pandering to a certain group or demographic without really putting the effort or care into making the character so compelling that it's going to appease every demographic. If you got a good character, then it doesn't matter if you're gay, straight, bi, trans, whatever. You're going to like the character because you're invested in them. I mean, there's plenty of TV shows that, you find out, oh, that character's gay. And like, I don't even care because it's like, I'm into it. I like this character.
I'll give you an example.
I'm into it.
I'll give you an example. Even though I may not care for the name, but in the comics, not the TV show, the comics, Walking Dead, Jesus. Yeah. Nobody knew what he was. He just came out as this really badass character.
Yes.
And then later on you see him just kiss a dude and you're like, whoa. But you've already invested in the character, but that's the way you do it. Robert Kirkman is a master at telling stories that way.
Yes.
So, prediction.
Yeah.
For the first comic with this rendition of Captain America on the cover, he should be punching a landlord.
A landlord. Yeah, let's see who's the supervillain, like evil landlord.
You slumlord!
How dare you make me pay rent, you son of a bitch! This is for oppressed tenants everywhere, you pig.
Captain America takes on Con Ed.
Take that, Ma Bell. Oh God! This is God. I don't even want. I want to say it, but it's like so. It's so offensive to people with the actual affliction. I normally like knee-jerk reaction. I'd say this is peak autism, but I don't want to be insensitive to autistic people. This is, and I say that not to denigrate them, but just like what is this? Is insanity. Like, okay, like Fanzine said, you can take a character, you can make a character gay. Like Kirkman, how many characters have they had in The Walking Dead that have been alphabet community, and you don't even think anything of it until it's just like, oh, hey, look, they have a relationship, and it's a normal, because I view relationships, heterosexual, gay, I don't care. They're fucking normal. Two people love each other. As long as you're legal fucking age and consenting, it is fine. It does not matter to me. It does not matter to me, you know? But this is, like you said, this is pandering for the sake of pandering. And this does more harm than it does help to a community that wants acceptance in the mainstream. And that basically already, let's be honest, they already have it. Like, they have it. This isn't, I'm sorry, this isn't, you know, gays aren't being openly, this isn't a country that does that to gay people. I mean, yes, there are sections, and one would be a fool to think there isn't, but at the same time, we're more accepting of the gay lifestyle now than we ever have been. And this just doesn't do them any favors. This is bad optics as opposed to what they probably think they're achieving.
That's why.
Well, a lot of the people. Oh, go ahead, Fancy.
I was just going to say I think Robert Kirkman did it way better in the graphic novels of The Walking Dead than they did on the show. Because I think that was just like pandering as well. Because they took these characters from that book and just basically gave them the Captain America treatment there. Going final.
I was saying a lot of it seems like when you view these kind of stories on Twitter or someone's comment on Twitter, it seems like a lot of their community, the people who are into comics in their community don't necessarily like this stuff. The people who are not really into comics, they kind of just latch onto it and promote it because it's promoting, you know, their demographic, but because they just think, oh, it's cool, great, you know, that's for us. But the people inside of the community that like comics, they kind of get it. And they're like, you know, no, this is not what we want. This is pandering. You know, they see through this stuff. So the people who actually are buying the comics that are part of that community aren't really necessarily, because a lot of them are in a part of our community, so they speak out about this stuff. So we know it's true that they're not necessarily buying this stuff, and they see through it. You know, and it seems like the ones who are promoting it on social media aren't really the ones who are buying it. You know, they're just kind of happy that their community is being promoted, which is fine. I get that, but they're not really the ones that these companies are trying to target. You know, there's kind of like a disconnect. They don't really get that.
Right.
Yeah.
It reminds me of that meme. Have you seen that meme where it's like a dude in a comic book shop and he's trying to read a comic and there's a woman there and she's like talking about how all the women in the comics are so sexist and the men are this and that. And then she sees one that's like what she's talking about, you know, the woman she's talking about, and her eyes light up. And then the dude reading the comic is like, well, you're going to buy it? And she goes, no, why would I waste my money on that? And she walks out.
Yeah.
So that's literally the people they're paying.
You're not the ones who are buying it. Right. Exactly. Yeah. They're not spending money on it anyway. So, yeah.
Oh, Hail asked the Cheese Gaming. Hail to you. Nano Reaper says, stop making comics for Twitter, check marks, and Tumblr bots. Yeah, dude, the Tumblrinas don't spend money. Tumblrinas do not spend money at all. They are in it for the free platform only. You know, Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram, all that shit. They're there because it's free. If they have to pay, they're out. And this is another thing that kills me about these characters. Okay, so you want to make a gay character? Awesome, make a gay character. Why do they have to dress them like this? Why can't they just put them in a normal fucking Captain America outfit? Like, do you want to make them look like a fucking stereotype? Because last I heard, stereotypes were supposed to be, you know, offensive. Like names like the Redskins get changed to the Washington football team. You know, this is worse than, you know, fucking pandering. It's like almost, like I said, it's almost making a parody of it. It is, and it's like I said, then you're basically making fun of what you're trying to promote, and it's like, I don't want to make fun of fucking anybody in the gay community. You know, they have just as much right to enjoy, you know, pop culture, entertainment as anybody else. You know,
how does Captain America can get shot? How does that make sense? Overalls and an undershirt. It's stupid. It's stupid.
I'm guessing his shield is probably like the top of a trash can. Is that what it's supposed to be? Because he's homeless.
That's what it looks like. Yeah,
it kind of looks like it's shaped like that. Yeah, kind of looks like it might be like the edge of it could be kind of like the top of a garbage can.
Yeah.
Sure, that's Bucky's armband, and that's his boyfriend, and he's overseas in Syria right now.
What's up with the A with the little crescent moon thing there too?
I don't know. I was wondering about that
Tattoo.
myself.
Hold on, where?
On his shoulder, the tattoo on his shoulder. It's almost like it almost looks like the rebel. You know, kind of like the rebel.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Wonder what that's supposed to be. It's not wings. I don't know really what that crescent moon.
It's the Gay Force logo, the All Gay Avengers movie.
Oh man. Tony, yeah, I don't know. I don't know how this is gonna. I don't know how this is gonna sell. It just seems like it's pandering and yeah.
Where's my Avengers gift? Avengers. Oh God. Oh, this'll be fucking great. Yeah, this'll go over real well. Oh my God, Avengers, assemble out now.
Like we've had Avengers Endgame, Avengers Infinity War. Now it's time for Avengers. Close the window. You're letting all the stank out.
Craziness.
What the? Oh Lord, help me. Jesus, yeah, this is just bad. This is geez. Oh, this is bad. How about we get that off the screen there? Let's see here. Let me see here. Where is it? It is time for a little thing we like to call just the headlines, not just the tip, you perverts. Jesus.
Kick your fucking ass! I want you off the fucking set!
It's not my Luke Skywalker.
Hey, don't just be sorry. Please, for 1 fucking second.
We got this covered.com with this article from one day ago. Elektra rumored to return in MCU Daredevil reboot, likely to be recast. I wish I had the Nicolas Cage gif where he's like, "You don't say."
So is this going to be a continuation of the Netflix, or are they totally redoing the whole universe?
You know,
do we know yet?
I don't know because I won't put any stock in that article because it's from We Got This Covered. But I've heard they're going to use Charlie Cox, and which I said if you don't use Vincent D'Onofrio at this point as Wilson Fisk, you are insane because he's the best fucking kingpin you could possibly get. Let me hang on. Let's acknowledge the chat here. Another monster says, "Sup, y'all? Relax. I'm here now."
Up another monster.
What's up, man? Cavateno Cavalry Trooper Che says Captain Amtrak.
Hail, Cavateno.
We got Daisy Divine Avenger, the Dark Alley edition. Just look at the bright side. It's not a cat lady.
Yeah, that's true. I guess.
Just the cocks. Just the cocks. Only the cocks, Tommy. Only the cocks. But no, seriously. Yeah, I don't. Who would you guys like to see cast as Elektra in the MCU?
I kind of liked who they had in the series. I thought she was good.
You know, she didn't really go over that well, but I actually liked her too. I liked her too. I know that's not a popular opinion, but I thought she was pretty good. She looked the part. I mean, I thought she was good. Yeah.
I mean, I get it. I get people's complaints. Don't you know? And if I'm honest, they probably will recast her, especially if they continue it. She died. Spoiler alert for anybody who may not have seen the Defenders. She dies, and a building collapsed on her. So plastic surgery, anyone, different actress, and new body. There's a million different ways they can do it. So yeah, I could see a recast coming, especially since people didn't like her. But I thought she was fine. I did. I thought, you know.
I mean, she died once. She died twice in the show because the first time she died, they put her back. You know, they put her in the resurrection tank thing.
Yeah. So, as far as the actresses, I really don't know. I really don't know who I would cast.
Yeah, I don't know either.
I mean, she's got to be like, she's like, what is she? Electra. She's like Greek or she's like a bit foreign. I can't remember quite what her nationality is.
Gonna say if they race swap her, maybe we could finally get like a serious Hispanic, hero in the MCU or something. 'Cause I wouldn't mind a hot Latina playing Electra.
Yeah, She always reminded me of kind of a gypsy, look.
Yeah,
the look of her was very kind of gypsy. So I don't know if that'd be
a Hungarian.
Romanian, Hungarian. Okay, Hungarian, yeah.
I was thinking Alicia Vikander would be good. I just athletic wise, she has the physique for it. She has that superhero.
Yeah.
She's been rumored for Spider-Woman as well.
Is she the actress who plays the new Tomb Raider, Laura Croft?
Yes.
Is that her?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, I can see her doing that.
And, I see Daisy Devine says Electra is Greek.
Oh,
that's
she's
what
Greek.
That's what I was thinking. That's what I was thinking.
Okay.
Oh, here's a Karen Gillan.
Yeah. She's good too. I don't know if I see her for Electra
Nebula.
though.
Yeah, she's still playing Nebula. They still got her around as that.
Yeah.
Karen Gillan could do it. She could. I think she could do it. I don't have any doubts in that. But I mean, how much longer is she going to stick around as Nebula? Because I think this part 3 is the last iteration of this team of the Guardians we're going to have. So, if you're looking for Latina actresses to play her, I'm trying to think of one right off the top of my head, and I honestly, who when it comes to action, it always goes back to Michelle Rodriguez for me. But I don't want to say she's old because she's my age. She's like 40, and I mean she's still in great shape, and I mean she's a beautiful woman, but she's kind of a charisma void as an actress at times. It just depends on the role. If she can play a stoic character, she's that's Ana de Armas. She could probably do that. But that's it's difficult for me to kind of cast that.
Yeah,
I'm not sure if I know who that is.
She was in was she in a Bond movie or something? Or
I think she was. I think she was in. Was she in the last James Bond?
Yeah, she was in the last Bond movie, I think.
Last Bond movie. Okay, let me take a look.
Maybe. No, I'm gonna be honest. I don't know a lot of new actors and actresses because I haven't watched a lot of new entertainment lately because it's just not good.
Yeah.
So I'm hard to press when people say, "Who would you cast this?" And I'm like, I don't know because I'm like watching movies I haven't seen before from the 80s and the 90s and the 50s and the 60s because today's entertainment just
sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait.
I don't think she was in Bond. I see her here. I could see her playing the role. Was she in Bond though?
I don't know. I don't know what she was in.
I could see Olga Kurylenko though. She was in Quantum of Solace. She would be good.
She was good.
She's
she was good in
Hitman. Yeah, she was good in Hitman, right?
Ana de Armas is dating Ben Affleck.
She was. I think they broke up.
Jesus Christ, dude. Okay, Ben, you are the fucking man. I can too. J-Lo, Jennifer Garner, Ben is the man. He's he's underrated as a ladies' man. And hey, look, he hasn't got the Charlie Sheen issue either. So, I'm just saying, Ben's doing pretty well for himself. My personal new generation favorite Batman. It always goes back to West and Keaton, but Ben is my favorite new era Batman. Definitely Affleck. Affleck. I just like the duck. All right, let's see here. Let's head over here. Let me grab another headline here. And yeah, this is this one from Bounding into Comics. And Funko ends production of Cara Dune pop vinyl figure in wake of Gina Carano's firing from Disney and Lucasfilm. I mean, this isn't a surprise to me, and I'm not I don't like Funko Pops. I'm not like Logan Michael, like anti Funko Pops, where like he'll just like super chat pop gay all night to WCBS. I don't know if he still does. I haven't seen him do it in a while, but Logan Michael's a subscriber to the channel too. He's a good dude. Friends with him on Facebook. But yeah, that's his thing. Is like he hates Funko Pops, and I know some people hate them. I own. Well, I don't own. My kid owns a bunch, but I bought one today for myself, and it's. I don't have it with me right now, but it's put up. I bought Wheezy Jefferson. Wheezy Jefferson. I was in the wholesale shop, the bodega, and I went down there and I was like, I bought a big ass T-Rex. I have these huge T-Rex, like really soft ass fucking blankets. So I bought one, and they had a Cheech and Chong one. It says best buds stick together, and I wanted to buy it, but I'm like, I don't want to explain this to my 5-year-old, not yet. So I didn't buy it. I showed some restraint and actually acted like an adult and didn't buy it. But yeah, I know Mighty Wolfie said Funkos are gay. I know. But dude, it was Wheezy fucking Jefferson, and like, you know, who doesn't?
I've got a few of them. I have a few of them too.
I have Daryl.
Like
I have Daryl Dixon.
Oh, Daryl Dixon.
Yep, I bought that one like probably like 8-9 years ago, I think. But yeah, that's the only ones I like. My kid, we were at a Comic-Con and he wanted some. I'm like, I don't care. You know, it's my son. I'm not gonna be like, no, those are fucking gay. You can't have them. You know.
Yeah.
But you know, I mean, me personally, I'm like, I don't like these things that much. You know, like I said, but if I see a character, it's like unique. Like I've never seen a Wheezy Jefferson action figure anywhere. So I'm like, I'm gonna fucking order George.
Yeah. Got to moving on up.
Yeah, that's so funny that they have those. Do they have a Seinfeld? I should get a. I don't know if
I bet they do.
Should.
I bet there's got to be. There's
yeah,
got
look
to
that
be.
up right now. Funko.
I think it's ridiculous. Making it though, man.
They have GameStop. It's Mama figure. That's fucking awesome. Oh, so yeah. So the Cara Dune, the Funko Pops ending for Cara Dune. I mean, that's not really a big surprise to anybody.
No,
you know, everybody else. Yeah. Oh, trust me.
Oh, they do.
We absolutely support. They have a Seinfeld ones.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
See,
that's great.
Wouldn't it be dope if they just kept producing? I mean, I guess they have to have a license permission from Disney or something, but if they had a contract for it already, you're saying like just keep pumping them out.
So what if she signed an individual license and had them make Gina Carano MMA figures?
Well, then,
yeah, right. That's right. Yeah, that's
I doubt they would though.
Yep.
Or you could just make a action figure with a space themed battle armor on named Conviction, because that was her nickname fighting MMA was Gina Conviction Carano.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or yeah. I guess you could do the American Gladiators.
Yeah. What was she? She was Crush.
Crush, I think, right?
Yep, she was Crush. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Speaking of Crush.
Yeah. I was like every woman on that show was hot. Like they were all hot. Like that was like one iteration. They were all freaking hot. Like some of them a little more ripped up than others, which like I said, I don't mind. I encourage it. But yeah, I'm like that was every one of them. Like Gina was just she has always been like gorgeous. I'm like, Jesus, don't get punched in the face. I remember watching her fights. I'm like, please don't get punched in the face. But man, that's the thing is like she was such a badass in the octagon.
Yeah, multi-champion.
Till she ran up on Chris Cyborg. But Cyborg was like
Cyborg is like inhuman.
Yeah,
and she was roided out.
Oh yeah, she was on all kinds of PEDs, like all kinds, like all the PEDs.
Like all of them. Like
all of them. Well, Amanda Nunes beat the shit out of her. That was like that was nasty.
Shocking. I didn't think I didn't see that coming.
No, me either. But it was man. It was like, oh my God. And then I dude, that Megan Anderson that lost to Nunez last weekend. I'd seen her for the first time, like, I don't know, probably like a couple months ago, and I was like, oh my God. I'm like, who's this tatted up hot Amazon? I'm like, oh Lord. I was like, God damn, I'm just like, all right, please tell me. You ain't a WNBA player, are you? I was like, dude, one of the funniest stories I ever covered on the damn radio was Brittany Grimes and her wife getting into a fight. Brittany Griner these two big ass Amazon WNBA players, both of them like 6'5", like getting into a fucking fist fight. I was like, God damn! I was like,
wow,
that's like, yeah, like that was like a hell of a
caption on video.
No, it was in their house. It was domestic.
Oh, okay.
It was a smoking gun article. Yeah, dude, that would have been better if it was in public. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say, dude, you remember that Disneyland video, that big ass brawl at Disneyland?
Huge fight. Yeah.
Yes, that was. I just imagined those two fighting, it being like that, like them taking breaks to talk shit, like throw stuff at each other, and then they go back to tussling for a few minutes. But yeah. That's just like how I saw that go. Like if I could have animated that, it would have been like, what was it? The husband and wife that used to fight in the Lockhorns, and you just see like that ball of dust. Like that's what it would have been. Those two, like, yeah, I kind of would have done that with it. Let's see your headline number 3 here. Benedict Cumberbatch declares he has zero interest in playing Star Wars character Grand Admiral Thrawn.
Good man. Good man.
Not a shock. Not a surprise.
I know. At this point, it's like, what?
Why would you want to be attached to something?
Yes.
Do you want to go to a stinking ship and be like, "Hey, I'm going to jump on it"?
Yeah.
That's like being the backup band on the Titanic.
Exactly.
How's our chance? Right? How's our chance?
I think he knows he's got a decent thing with Doctor Strange, and he doesn't need to go somewhere where he can clearly see the ship is not in good hands and is going. Well, it's basically dead. It's basically dead.
And even if it sustains itself, you got to watch everything you say because you say the wrong thing, and you got the Twitter mob after you, and then they'll fire you. I mean, it's crazy. Like you're putting yourself at risk taking that job.
Yeah.
Paint it blue. Shellback. I love Shellback.
What's up, Shellback, man? Hail to you, sir. Thank you for joining us. Damn. Yeah. If I was him, I'd stay far away from this. I wouldn't even. Yeah, I wouldn't get involved. You got a good, like Fanzcene said, you got a good thing going with Marvel. Your character is going to be kept around for the foreseeable future. You got a big sequel coming up, and the way the MCU goes, he's going to have a third movie. He will. Yeah. He'll get a third movie. Because this one, his one. I mean, this comes out when? When does Doctor Strange 2 come out? Next year?
Next year, I think.
Yeah.
It's next. Next November, I think. I can't remember because everything got moved around. But point I'm making is that it'll by then. I guarantee you it'll be back to the point where we're talking theatrical releases again. And, look, comrades, we'll be there goes the 17th letter of the alphabet sticker on the video again. Son of a bitch.
Well, I'm sorry. I was doing a little research, but did you guys actually see the interview where he said he had no interest in playing Thrawn?
Yeah, I watched it.
How the asshole asked him, he's like, well, who's Thrawn? And he could have, he was the main antagonist after the fall of Palpatine, and he took over. There's all kinds of shit he could have said, and he's like, well, he's blue. He's like this blue guy, and Benedict was like, I don't want to sit and I've got kids. I don't want to sit there in a makeup chair all day and get painted blue. No, thank you. And like, out of anything he could have said about Thrawn, he's like, well, he's blue. It's like, you didn't prepare for that question. Like,
no, the whole interview seemed like it wasn't prepared because he starts right off the bat about asking him about something he's not attached to in any way. He's like, so you watch Mandalorian. It's like it's just a really weird way of starting the interview. He didn't actually ask him about so how is Doctor Strange 2 going? Have you thought of any relationship between Marvel and Star Wars? Have you thought about doing Star Wars? Like a natural way of getting into the question. It was just like, so hey, have you watched Mandalorian? What do you think about it? Yeah. Do you like Thrawn? You want to be Thrawn? It's like such a weird interview.
He's one of the people like you see that go Benedict Cumberbatch for Thrawn. There, I said it.
Yeah.
Wanted to get that out there. Like, hey.
He's one of those people that busts his ass to be a Star Wars fan.
Yeah. Right.
Fucking Christian Harloff.
It's like it reminds me of Chris Farley interviewing Paul McCartney on SNL. Remember that time you were in the Beatles? That was cool.
Remember Abbey Road? Fucking awesome.
Yeah. Remember when you sang "All You Need Is Love"? Was that true? Oh man, classic.
Oh, shit.
I miss
Oh,
like
God.
old SNL.
Yeah, when it was actually funny and watchable.
Yes.
Yeah.
When you had those, what were those people called back? Oh, comedians. They were comedians.
Writers and comedians.
Writers. They knew how to do satire and things of the like, actual comedy, that made you think. You didn't just get offended and butt hurt by, comedy.
It not only made you
jokes.
think, it made you laugh.
Yes.
Which is kind of a key thing for
Yeah.
comedy.
Oh man, comedy is like a dead. And speaking of that, yeah, Bill Burr is getting attacked now.
Yeah. You
Dude,
see his
and
wife's
it's funny.
response though?
Yeah.
His wife was just
awesome.
like loaded up both barrels and was like, "Guess what? Fuck you. I'm black."
Well, like I was
He
saying,
told the guy to like basically just like go fuck himself. It was like just basically. Yeah, because the dude called her like basically a minority sex slave, and it's like she's like, I'm his fucking wife.
Yeah,
I'm
it's so
his
ridiculous.
Wife.
Yeah, I like that guy should be. We talk about cancel culture, and of course this isn't going to happen. But why isn't Twitter? Isn't that go against the policy for all the stuff that we know people who have been canceled or not canceled, but restricted or banned temporarily from Twitter for things they've said? How does that get through? I mean, he's calling a minority a sex slave, a wife of someone, and nothing. He's not getting temporary banned or a warning or something.
And
no, because he's the type of person that they'll back over the person that he's the one in the wrong, and the one in the right will be the one kicked off for standing up.
Mm-hmm. And it's so messed up because I think he's a white guy. And,
looks like it from the picture.
He's talking about a black woman, and it's like normally that is like grounds for public metaphorical execution, like in the court of public opinion. Like, Mighty Will said she said, "Bitch, shut the fuck up." That's exactly what she said.
That's what she said. Yeah, that's what she said.
And I didn't know who Bill Burr's wife was before. I didn't know he was married to a black woman. I knew he was married. And that's all I knew. I never was like, I wonder who. I was like, all right, he's married guy, But yeah, hey, look, it's.
That's because you're a normal person. You don't think about who is this white guy married to? Is he married to a white person, a black woman, or a black man, or trans?
Yep.
You're normal. Yeah. All the guys married. Doesn't matter who it is. Doesn't matter.
The woke are allowed to be ist. Yeah. That's about it.
I mean, that's the sad thing.
They are.
Yeah.
They're absolutely. They get away with it. He meant it.
Yeah. Did you see the one? Somebody replied to one I saw. It was like, we literally have the power here on the left that we can take Bill Burr out.
Yeah.
It's like I can't remember what it is, but they said they literally have the power on their side.
That's the scary thing with the Gina Carano thing, because now that they got they got her fired basically. Now they think, well, we can get anyone fired. We've got the power now. We just have to complain enough.
All this power at the end of the day is illusionary. I mean, I see chicks walking around with pit bulls all the time, and if it wasn't for that illusion of power, that pit bull could take that chick out, no problem. All this is an illusion. So
Gina's probably got more popular from what happened.
Oh yeah,
so I think she's got more fans, and she's got a whole new career going now with with Ben Shapiro. So I mean.
Guys,
was it really the worst thing for her? Probably not.
Who's directing her
really
movie?
Good for her career.
Do you know who's directing her movie?
No, so I think we did talk. I think Etep mentioned it before.
Did Bone Tomahawk?
Yes. I was talking about that with someone before. Yeah, Bone Tomahawk, which is pretty gritty director. Yeah.
We got to support it too. We've been on here and we've been listening to YouTubers for years. We've been making videos ourselves. I mean, love Ben Shapiro and the Daily Wire or hate them. At least they're putting their money where their mouth is. They're trying to create an alternative to Hollywood. And, it's important that we support that. It really is. I mean, as cheesy as it sounds, it's important that we do.
Yeah.
No, and you're absolutely right, Tony. Because it's a small studio, they're working on a budget, so it's like you have to throw your money. It was like Alita when Alita Battle Angel came out. Like the supporting stuff like that is so important if we want to send a message to the powers that be that create our modern pop culture and movies and TV and whatnot. You have to speak with your wallet. You really do. It's I know every YouTuber says that it sounds cliche, but it is true. Because if you don't do that, then things remain the status quo, and that's how things like this work. You absolutely have to put your money where your mouth is. And, things like this, it is like, I will support this in any way. It's like, I'm ready. Like Snyder Cut comes out in a couple days. I'm going tomorrow to get a freaking Roku device to hook up to my TV so I can watch the fucking Snyder Cut. Yeah. Exactly. And that right there, we're going to cover that. We're going to talk about that tonight because the media is lashing out against the fucking Snyder Cut again. The fans have supported it again.
He's not pandering to anybody.
Yep. Because Zack Snyder, who did Zack Snyder just talk to? He talked to Warren, the Cosmic Wonder. I believe wasn't he talked to him? Or no, Warren talked to Kevin Feige the other day. And what's his name? Anthony Mackie and them. I'm trying to think. I know Snyder did an interview with Grace Randolph.
They did
But who else was it?
Charity stream with Geeks and Gamers.
Yep. Yeah.
I think that's going to be. Wait, he did
yet.
it already? I thought that was
tomorrow. It hasn't happened yet.
Maybe.
I think it's tomorrow night. It's the night. No, it's the night before the release. The release is Wednesday, so I think it's tomorrow. Yeah, I think it's tomorrow night. They're doing their big
money,
Geeks and Gamers.
Yeah.
Okay.
They already raised like a buttload of money.
Oh yeah.
Stream. Yeah.
Yeah. What's up, Vinny?
What's up? I'm here to be toxic. What's up, bitches? Vinny, hang on, man. We got one. Wait, hang on. Let me get a toxic GIF here. Hang on. Let's see what. Oh, here we go. This one's for you, Vinny. There you go.
Is that like a personal attack or something? Or...
we could even blow the dust off and go inside Brie Larson.
Hi. Hello. I'm starting a YouTube channel.
I love the old school HBO music too. That's awesome.
Nice. That'll bring on the Brie bots. That'll bring on the Brie bots. Yep, that was when we used to when Brie's YouTube channel was relevant. We had a regular segment dedicated to going inside Brie Larson. I always said, make sure you keep your hands inside the ride, and clip your fingernails. Wear the appropriate attire. It is usually damp in here, moist at times, if you will. We're going to take a break. I'm going to queue up an article. We will be right back after this fandom mess break. Things. All right. Did that thing freeze on me? Was it me or was it frozen? It was frozen on mine. Oh,
it was still playing.
Oh well, I am. Well then, ladies and gentlemen, my computer's. I'm gonna fight it. But here we are. I said we are gonna talk about the Snyder Cut here, and here we are over on comics. You see Batman there, Batfleck. Comic Pros label fans excited for Zack Snyder's Justice League as, quote, terrorists.
Yeah. Oh my god, everyone's a terrorist now too. You're a Yahtzee, you're a terrorist. I mean, that's these terms no longer have any meaning.
This person offended me by staring at me. He's a terrorist.
Yeah. Gosh, they throw this around like just without a care in the world.
It is just nuts.
Yeah, what the actual F?
Batman fighting Antifa.
Batman, you're a fascist. You're a fascist, Batman. Oh my God, Antifa's just trying. They're just trying to help, comrade. They're just trying to help. Stop being a bigot. Oh, here we go. Let's see. Seemingly unhappy that the wishes of the fans disappointed by the film's theatrical version were heard by Warner Brothers, various comic book pros have begun to label those excited for the upcoming release of Zack Snyder's cut of Justice League as, quote, terrorists. The use of the label was prompted by a March 11th tweet by Eisner Award-winning Marvel, DC, and Skybound Entertainment author Sean McKeever. Spider-Man Loves Mary Jane, Terror Titans, Storyscapes, The X-Files. Go away, ad. Nobody likes you. Who took issue with how the hashtag Restore the Snyderverse began to trend on Twitter, appearing to take issue with its trending based on his own belief that the Snyder Cut fans were nothing more than members of a harassment campaign. We gave in to their demands. Maybe now things will be chill, tweeted McKeever, punctuating his sarcasm with a screenshot of the hashtag's appearance in Twitter's trending topics list. If I could talk, words are hard, ladies and gentlemen. We gave in to their demands. Maybe now things will be chill. An account locked before archive. You know, I mean, he already locked his account. He's like, oh shit, they're going to come for me.
He's a Twitter warrior.
He is. This guy's, he's stunning and brave, ladies and gentlemen. In response to McKeever's tweet, DC artist Jamal Igle, Supergirl, and Nightwing would lament that this is what happens when you cave into terrorists, presenting the first such use of a term as a derogatory label for fans excited for the Snyder Cut.
Oh my gosh, these people are so bad. Fans hated a shitty movie and then wanted a better movie from a director they actually like. Oh my God. Can you believe that shit?
That had the original vision for the movie.
Yeah, there was his original movie in the first place.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the same thing as the Richard Donner Superman 2, you know, but people don't complain about that. I mean, that was originally his movie, and then he got taken off of it, and, you know, another guy came in and finished it, and then he later went on and released his version of it. So, you know, it's just insane that now in this culture that becomes a problem, you know.
Right.
It's toxic.
It's toxic. It's
God forbid fans what they want.
Act of terrorism.
That's it, right? It's like we have pretty loose definitions of terrorism, don't we?
Yeah, very.
I mean, let's be honest here. I mean, if hurting someone's feelings because they want a different director's cut of a movie is considered that, then I mean, I think I've been gauging things wrong my entire life. I mean, my whole moral compass is skewed now.
This wasn't even political when it came. Like, didn't BVS come out in 2016? Everyone was focused on Ghostbusters when this came out.
Yeah.
Like, this wasn't even political. So who cares? Like, they're giving you an alternate version that some fans wanted to see. Like, this is why I hate the media. And Tim Pool talks about this. Instead of actually delivering news, and maybe this is a reflection of our society, nowadays they deliver rage bait. This article is meant to piss people off.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you're calling people who want to see the original vision of this movie that was taken away because of a tragedy in Zack Snyder's life. He wasn't canceled, nothing bad, just a tragedy in his life. And now he wants to come back and finish this piece of art that he's been working on. Whether it's perfect or not, I'm sure he has a lot invested into this. Just talking about soul-wise, you know?
Right.
And
honestly, it's a lot of what we've seen through Man of Steel, Batman v Superman, and Justice League was a lot of corporate meddling by Warner Brothers. They the original Man of Steel and Batman v Superman were not going to be quite what they were. Zack had his own plan, and Warner Brothers, you know, they wanted to try to catch up with Marvel. They forced in Wonder Woman in Batman v Superman. Man of Steel had a little bit of a Nolan flair to it because they wanted to try to connect Man of Steel to the Nolan verse, but Christopher Nolan was done. He didn't want to do it anymore. He didn't even want to do The Dark Knight Rises at all.
I'm just saying, and I don't mean to use these labels lightly, but you don't get to throw around that word to people who just wanted to see an original vision after what you do to people online. After you don't even allow for mistakes, or you'll take away someone's livelihood, their dignity. You don't get to go around and call us terrorists because we want to see the original vision of a movie, and the person who had the vision wants to complete that.
Right.
We didn't terrorize anybody.
No, nobody did. Nobody terrorized anybody.
What about the terrorists
you tweeted online? You tweeted it online, you terrorists.
You terrorists. You raised money for suicide prevention, massive amounts of money. You supported a man in his time when he was grieving and when he was more than likely fired from Justice League. And so, you know, people supported him. They rallied behind him. They wanted to see something. They wanted to see his version. They helped. That's just terrorism right there, man. God.
Yeah, you know, how toxic is this fan base that, you know, a lot, you know, that donated money to this cause, which is a great cause, you know, and Zack just proved, dude, he's a man of the people. Right. He is a man of the people. He's not some Hollywood elitist, not some weirdo. No, he's a man, you know. I mean, like he lost his daughter in the most tragic of ways. Like, I mean, they always say, you know, the greatest tragedy is outliving your child. You know, and it's sad. It truly is. And, you know, he literally got like a Montreal screw job, to like go use a wrestling analogy, you know, with Joss Whedon, you know, and and now to see him get to just simply release his cut of a movie and then have the entire fan base, that's all we wanted. It's not like we were doing targeted harassment against actors and actresses. There was none of that at all. This is a movement of the people that supported, like you said, the original creator of this vision, and that's all we wanted.
Which is
I was laughing there a minute ago. I just noticed Finals said "stunning and brave." His no, I wasn't laughing at it when it was big. I just noticed that and I laughed at that. Sorry, I didn't mean to. I just didn't want people to think of it because I saw that. It cracked me up. Go on.
Turned it to 11. Turn the dials both to 11. Both stunning and brave.
I just wanted to say real quick, a grassroots movement, a movement by the people, is a sin to those who idolize corporate America for the most part.
So I tell you, here's the thing. They don't want you talking to each other. They don't want you saying, well, you think like I think, and you want to see this like I want to see this. They don't want that. They don't want that at all, because then it goes against what they want you to think, what they want you to see, what they want you to hear.
Yeah, and they complained. It's the same group that complained about the fandom menace, I guess. But, you know, any fan that wasn't happy with the sequel trilogy saying, well, it's just a movie. If you don't like it, don't watch it. Let the ones who enjoy it watch it. And, you know, I mean, doesn't that same logic apply here? Well, you know what? It's the Snyder Cut. If you don't want to watch it, don't watch it. You know, you could. I mean, it always works in their benefit when it's convenient for them. You know, you could turn the logic around and say the same thing back to them.
Exactly, 100%, man.
Oh, we got Saggy Melons in the house. She says, cancel E-Top. No, I got one for you, girl. Here we go. Hashtag cancel Saggy Melons. There you go. Cancel you, girl. Oh man, wait, hang on. I'll give it to you. Saggy Melons. I didn't think I'd say this to you this way, but I'm gonna give it to you like you like it. Here you go. Here's girl. We're gonna hashtag cancel Saggy Melons. How about that, huh? What you say? What you got to say now, huh? Yeah. Little Cleveland. There we go. Oh, he's here. He's here. I've been waiting for it. I've been waiting for it all night, and it's not the troll. It's hi. I'm at your house, and your pizza is here, noobs. He says, say it.
See, where else are you going to get pizza and saggy titties on a Monday night but right here at Going in Raw? Just saying.
I said it, homie. I said it. You're right, man. We got saggy mouth. You just say it. Hi, I'm at your house. Your pizza is here, noobs. There, I said it again. And she says, I've already been canceled. Get with the times. Well, I just met you. So those cancellations pre me don't even matter. I don't even know about those, girl. What's going on? What's up? I don't even know about that. But he says, you're the best, man. All you are. Well, thank you. Hi, I'm at your house and your pizza is here, noobs. You just got me to say your name again, sir. What are you, fucking candy
Love
man?
that name too.
It is. It's great. Is he gonna show up? Is he gonna show up on the deck behind me? He's here. He's here on the fucking bridge somewhere. Where's
Got your
boss?
pizza right here. It's hot and fresh right out the oven,
Oh God. Let's jump back over here. It says, unsurprisingly, like many who make inflammatory statements and receive massive amounts of pushback in response, McKeever would announce that he was setting his accounts to private in order to, quote, avoid all the psychos attacking me for a cheeky gag. I just picture him doing that, like after he says, look at me. He's like Pat. Remember Pat from Saturday Night Live? Yeah. Ironically, they're calling me toxic, McKeever continued. This time, I may just keep it like this for a good long while.
Wait. Was he saying what he was saying was a joke?
Yeah.
Why do they always they say that shit and then they get blowback and they're like, no, it's just a joke.
Because they don't want to deal with the consequences of their
ridiculous
words.
Continue.
Yeah. Yep. It's like people like Gina Carano she went down swinging. You know, she went down
She
swinging.
ain't down yet. She's still going.
No, that's it. You know, Disney may have taken her out, but she bounced right back up and she's like, boom, got another job right there. How about that? Yeah. So, you know, for, you know, but like people like this guy that automatically locks his account before he starts to get pushback. This is somebody who is like, you know, no, I can't take it. You know, you can dish it out, but you can't take it. That's it. They're just sniveling little bitches. It's like 100% DUSDA grade A bitch made. That's exactly what they are. And they can't handle any conflict because they've never been punched in the mouth before. That's the thing. I'm not going to
keyboard warriors.
That's it. I'm sorry, but I've been punched in the mouth and my nose has been broke. And that's not even talking about wrestling. That's just like getting in fights and getting picked on as a kid.
This is like an average weekend with my brother. So when we were kids,
you know, exactly. But no, it's fucking sad, man. And then these people think that they're, you know, they're like tough. Yeah. They're the ones that are talking the most shit behind these keyboards. It's like, I don't want to hear it from you.
Yeah, I mean, it's not even that they've never gotten punched in the mouth. They've never been told no. You know, these kids growing up today, everyone's a winner. You know, no one loses. Everyone gets a trophy.
Yep.
It doesn't even have to get as extreme as a fight. You know, it's just like they're not even used to disappointment or being let down or not winning something, which is not life.
Yeah.
Exactly, man. It's ridiculous.
They have coping.
These people just crack me up, man. I personally, with my Twitter and stuff, I try not to get, you know, put out anything like a political or like respond to these people because that's what they're looking for. Literally, that's what they're looking for. I try to keep it fun and light and crack jokes and just share out movies and stuff because I know if I were to go down the rabbit hole of trying to argue with these people, it would end badly. You know what I mean? It would end real badly. More than likely, I'd be canceled and all that crap.
There's no
but
winning
it's just
anyway.
ridiculous. Yeah, it's no. That's the point. There's no winning in it involved. So
you can't argue with someone who's not going to use who's not going to rationally argue back or use logic.
Right.
You know, if they're just going to if they're going to be illogical, and then if they're going to use, kind of like the don't do as I, or they project on you what they do, that kind of thing we see a lot with the far left. They do things and then project on you what they're doing. I mean, you can't argue with those people,
right?
And there's no way of winning that because there's no argument there. There's no logic. They're not going to look at it and say, maybe you've made a good point. No, they're not. There's no way they can.
And Zuby, he put out something really great. He said one of the greatest things Twitter actually made was the mute button. It's better than block because you can just mute them and let them scream into the abyss. And they're just screaming they keep responding to you, and you don't even know it because
you don't say anything back.
So I mean, that's awesome right there.
Yeah,
they're freaking. They're just all insane. They're all insane. These people. God, I did today. Like I said, I got into it with this guy over Batwoman because I commented on the CW Batwoman thread, and I started pointing out the writing and stuff like that. Then the guy said, "I'm not even going to bother trying to talk to creatures like you." I'm like, well, hold up a minute, hold up, pimpin'. Let me. Long story short, and I'm going to put this in my Twitter video tomorrow. There's going to be another Batwoman Twitter video. I've got enough ammunition loaded up to unload my goodness upon you. So, surprise, surprise, all in your eyes. Here comes some more Batwoman. Unfortunately, this is what they want. They want every damn video to be Batwoman. You fucking people hate me, don't you? They fucking hate me. They fucking hate me, but they love me. That's all right. But no, it's bad. Twitter is, like I said, the guy ended up blocking me today because I was kind of hitting him with some logic and facts and reason, and he was just like, I can't handle this. And he's like, fuck you. Well, the good thing is I have my personal account, so I went over to the thread and I was taking a look at it, and I'm going to respond I just didn't have time to do it earlier because I'm going to respond, but I want to screenshot everything before he blocks that one too. So because it's going in the video tomorrow, and a couple other responses. I just like using the voice changer to do an SJW voice. It's so much fun. It is. It is so much fun. If I would just play part of the Twitter video I did, the little clip I had, but I deleted it earlier off here because I uploaded some more stuff on the StreamYard. But let's wrap this article up here. This is Sean Kelly McKeever with his like I understand like I have to wear one of the face covers when I'm at work. I do. But I mean, like wearing it in your picture, is it me or does that seem a little bit of virtue signaling? I don't know. It's just like
wearing what?
Wearing a mask in your profile picture. To me, it just seems like it's virtue signaling.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, right, because it looks like he's in the safety of his own home there. So,
yeah, I mean, and I'm sure wherever you are, if you're going to take like 2 seconds to take a picture, you can just pull that thing down for, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, come on, man. It's not, you're not going to be hauled off to the gulag for taking it off, Well, I mean, I don't know. There's certain states that are, a little more.
It depends on where you're at. Depends on where. California.
Yeah,
I feel like I'll take it down someplace. I'm like, I better not because I don't know.
Don't piss off the minions. Don't piss off the minions of the boy king, Gavin Newsom.
Yes, yeah, exactly.
I feel like anyone who tries to normalize the mask wearing or make a fashion statement out of it is an asshole.
Weren't they doing that at the Grammys? I saw an article on that. There was a big fashion thing. They were making masks fashionable.
Yeah, well, it didn't work because nobody watched the Grammys. So.
No, it's down so significantly. No. Oh man, viewership's terrible.
Nobody watched the Grammys at all. It was
go broke.
Yeah,
dude. Okay, so that's why Batwoman had more viewers last night. Like seriously, because Batwoman picked up 150,000 viewers. But like I said, that's like
sad when your only choices are woke Grammys or woke Batwoman.
Or woke Batwoman.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's what TV's come to.
Yep. It's sad. And see, though not a comic professional or comic-centric news outlet, Polygon similarly decried the giving of the Snyderverse fandom. I read this article and it was shut. I think I listed it on the outline just so you guys could have a link to it. Snyderverse fandom a cookie, with the writer Joshua Rivera sharing his opinion that the film's existence is a perceived victory for toxic fans and it legitimizes online harassment. That
legitimizes online harassment.
They raised money for suicide prevention. They helped a man who had lost his daughter by having his back and getting his vision of what he intended to create out there, and nobody called people names. I'm sure there was some bad apples. There's always some bad apples, but
there always is.
They called nobody names, and they're getting a kick-ass looking movie. I mean, I am so pumped for this movie.
Yes.
Whether you like Batman v Superman or not, I mean, it's set up for something that looks extremely well.
Yeah.
But you refuse to join Hydra.
Hydra.
Can we appreciate the irony of an article calling a group of people online terrorists and then saying that their movement was promoting bullying?
Yeah.
This article is literally calling them terrorists, calling those who supported it terrorists, and then they're saying they're also bullies. What does that make you? What is calling someone a terrorist? Are you not a bully? The irony. I mean, it's just, they're just so. That's why you can't. This is exactly the rationale or the lack of rationale. This is why you can't argue with these people. They don't see the hypocrisy in their statements. It's insane.
Man.
It's
this is just an emotional outburst written down.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Just firing out baseless allegations. You know, it's pathetic. It really is. And it, like I said, it just speaks to the level that they're willing to sink to achieve their goals.
Oh man.
What a world.
They just don't care. They don't care. They'll say whatever they want. It doesn't matter if it makes sense or, you know, if it contradicts other statements they've made. They just don't care. They're just going to say it to say it. And it's you can't talk to people like that. No, you just can't. Yeah.
No, it's absolutely ridiculous. And speaking of that, before we jump into the a little bit of talk about the Falcon Winter Soldier, I wanted to take a moment to recognize what's going on with Bill Burr a little bit. Because I know we touched on it a little bit earlier, but so they're trying to cancel him. These insane people are trying to cancel Bill Burr, calling him a racist and all sorts of inflammatory things, and going so far as to say that he married his wife because she is a minority and she is his property, is what the tweet was insinuating, and his wife responded with, "Bitch, shut the fuck up." So I mean, like, awesome. I love it. I love it. I don't think that Bill Burr is going to be canceled because his jokes at the Grammys, I didn't think they were offensive. I just didn't think they were that funny. You know, I laughed a little bit, but it was kind of tongue in cheek.
It was the wrong crowd. Because like his jokes was not going to go over well there.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Right. So maybe that's why you didn't laugh, is because there wasn't that give and take. Because that's part of comedy, man. You got to have the give and take.
Oh, trust me, I've done stand up. I know. Yeah. When you don't get that, it's painful. It hurts, because then you're like, oh shit. Hey, what's up, Justin Normie? How are you? Let's see.
Big guy there.
Yeah, that's it. What's up? Thank you for joining us. I appreciate it.
But it's it was like people that like heard him the next day, they laughed at it. People that heard him that night, they're the ones that were offended by him. And as we all know, nobody was watching it. So once again, the few were upset about it, while the many that heard it the next day was like, that shit's hilarious.
Yeah.
I did. I laughed. I was like, hey. You know,
Exactly, man.
There was nothing fucking offensive about these people. Just get outraged about like nothing, like literally nothing.
Yeah.
They get outraged at the premise of a Seinfeld plot. You know, nothing. It's ridiculous. It's like who raised you? Who fucking who raised you people? Like I said, have you ever had any sort of adversity? Have you ever been told no? You know, have you ever had your hand smacked for doing something you shouldn't? I don't think you have, and you probably should have, and you probably need it now. You know.
Yeah, and I mean, his jokes weren't even really that bad. I
No,
think he was
they
just
were
kind of just like
tame.
doing a little observational thing, just trying to get some kind of response from somebody, you know. And it just they were kind of tame for Bill Burr.
Yeah. Like I was thinking, like the most edgy thing he said was like that he wanted to kill himself after that piano solo. I was like, that was like the most edgy thing he said, and I'm just sitting there going, you know, to me that's not bad. That's not bad. This is coming from somebody who normally, you know, we make Weinstein and Spacey jokes. I mean, it's you know, because if you can't laugh at the dark shit, then you know, you have to, because if not, you lose your mind. Especially when you've been through shit. When you've been through shit, you just have that innate ability to laugh at things that most people are like, ooh, and you're just like, I can see some very fucking dark humor in some of this shit. But, and I'm more or less speaking of memes, because people get too offended over memes, and I'm just saying that because I just got out of Facebook jail, and I'm doing my best not to recidivate back. I've been very, very good. I'm just staying out of all like of the normal haunts I would go to where people would get mad at me for stating facts. I'm just like, nope, not doing it anymore. I'm just gonna post links to the show, and that's it. That's it, you know.
Right.
Facts. Nano Reaper says, mommy's told them they're perfect in every way, and they were simply the bestest ever. Yup, that's really pretty much it. Let's see. Justin Normie says, what is wrong with these people? Their lives are meaningless. That is what's wrong. They want the 15 minutes of fame. Well, they don't have any purpose. They're just looking for the next thing to glom onto that they can be, you know, instantly outraged about. Not first, but sure not last. What's up, Gaming Vulture? How you doing, man? How you doing? I've been through some of the SJW shit because of Batwoman. Well, welcome, Keely Chow, man. As Bruce Willis said in Die Hard, welcome to the party, pal. It's yeah. I've been, like I said, I got blocked on Twitter because of that today, and it's funny, man. I love it. I love it when normally when somebody blocks me, it's like they couldn't handle it, because I'm not just gonna go ad hominem at you unless you come at me like that. Then I'll just mix it up, and I'll throw a little ad hom with some facts and mix it up with a little rope-a-dope, and you know, maybe a meme, because I have to use memes. Memes are fun. You know, it's like I can use words and a meme at the same time. That's like a combo. It's like, you know, you got to do it. That just pisses them off more. But we're going to take us a break here, and we'll come back with some Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Let me see right here. We'll do this one right here.
Oh, man. That was good. Still trying to compose himself.
That one, I love that. That is those are Tony has put those two that we played together tonight. He does a fucking great job with those. So thank you, sir. Thank you for those.
That's great.
We're over here on Deadline, Falcon, and the Winter Soldier Marvel boss Kevin Feige on possible season 2 ideas. Anthony Mackie teases Black Widow spinoff. Okay, let me stop you right there, pimpin'. I feel like Kevin Hart here. I got a question. Do we really need a season 2 of Falcon and the Winter Soldier? And why the hell do we need a Black Widow spinoff?
It's just so they can introduce the new one, Florence, whatever Pugh or whatever her name is. She's going to take her place. That's all that is.
I figured as much.
But we haven't even seen any of these. We haven't seen the first season. We haven't seen the movie. So how can we be talking about a sequel and spinoff when we don't even know if we like the first?
Yeah,
I'm hearing the first episode is pretty good. Like we'll see, but I'm for a few people that have seen it already are saying the first episode's good, but I have heard it kind of gets a little woke later on.
Yeah, honestly, I'm really not looking forward to it because personally, don't get me wrong here, Bucky should be Captain America, plain and simple.
Yeah.
If anybody should have gotten a shield,
I think we've already seen our new Captain America.
Yeah, I think we've already seen
Homeless Avenger.
And also, don't get me wrong here. If I like the character Falcon, I like the character Bucky from comics and in the movies and stuff. And if anybody were to carry on Captain America mantle, it would be I would definitely be one of those two. But Bucky should definitely be Captain America. He's the only other person in the Marvel Cinematic Universe that actually used the shield. Like Captain America used it the most, Bucky used it the second most. It's been confirmed. And if you watch all 3 Captain America movies up until like a certain year, Bucky was clearly hinted at as this is the direction they're going up until about Endgame. And then all of a sudden it just kind of changed. So
I know it's not the same, but like from what I heard, at least in the first episode, how they're kind of portraying it is, I believe Falcon is wearing blue and white or red and white, and then the other one's wearing blue, but it's kind of like, the two make the whole together. Like I know Falcon's holding the shield, but yeah, I get it. Me personally, I like Falcon with it. I think he kind of had more of that relationship with Steve, like a mentor. So for him to pass it down to him, it made sense. But I was never that into the comics. And from the MCU standpoint, where he killed a lot of people in cold blood, I can see why they wouldn't.
But you got to think about this, all right? Captain America fought Iron Man over the fact that Bucky killed Iron Man's parents.
Yeah,
right. He put his neck on the line for this man.
Yeah.
What better way for this man to show how redeemed he is and to fight for his friend than to become the next Captain America? Yeah, will he have troubles? Does he still have that shit in his head? Maybe, but that's character growth. That's how you do a character. He goes through trials and comes out the hero. That's the hero's journey.
Can I add
and it was
this
clearly hinted at that.
But like at the end of Endgame,
right?
You could tell Bucky knew what was going to happen. He knew Steve was going to go on and live his life.
Yeah.
And he gave his nod of approval. It almost feels like, and it feels like they could go back and open this up later and maybe create some tension between Anthony Mackie and Sebastian Stan. I could see him trying to pass it on to Bucky first, and Bucky didn't, passing on it. And later on, they could revisit that. Maybe somehow Falcon, I don't know. Falcon finds out or just something. I don't know.
I don't know. And it was also one of the reasons why they made Bucky Captain America's age in the beginning, in the first Avenger, was clearly another reason they were hinting at it, was because everybody knew Bucky became the Winter Soldier, and in the comic books he was a teenager, right? So they aged him up and made him this different type of character, but still in the same vein. And you knew I'm just saying you knew where. But once again, don't get me wrong, I'm cool with Anthony Mackie and Falcon becoming Captain America. I'm good with that if it's done and told right, and not use this like a political. Like earlier, we talked about the new Captain America. Still, you're not giving him the shield just because he's of a different race. You know what I mean?
Because of what he is instead of who he is.
Exactly. And I get the similarities between Falcon and Steve about how they were both soldiers and how they, shared this connection with each other. I get it. I'm not dense to it.
The best ending to any MCU movie was Winter Soldier by far.
Oh, fuck yes.
I mean,
great. Yeah,
that's probably one of my all-time favorite Marvel movies right there.
Yeah, for sure.
That's my favorite MCU movie. Just because if you take that movie outside of the MCU and just make it a normal espionage movie, it's still just as good as it is inside the construct of the greater MCU. It is. It's just a kick-ass movie. I mean, you've got a great cast in that, and I've Tony and I have had this discussion too about Bucky. He's far more interesting as a heel than he is as a baby face. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He is.
Well, the same thing is like even in the comics, when they made him Captain America, he still did it his own, like kind of like the Red Hood. He kind of did it his own way. He was still kind of like that. And I do think eventually he was like, yeah, I'm just going to go back to being me, which is fine. Which is if they could do something like that and then pass it on to the Falcon, that would be fine by me. You know what I mean? Because Bucky in the end, he's got to be him.
Yeah. I'm not anti Sam getting the shield either.
Neither am I.
No, I'm not either.
I'm not anti. I don't.
I just worry about how they're going to do it. That's what worries me.
That's it. And that kind of goes to it's the second article. This one, like I said, this one just kind of goes. They're talking, like you said, they're talking about the Black Widow spinoff, which obviously Fanzine, like you said, would be Yelena Belova's character played by what's her name, Florence Pugh.
Yeah.
Every time I said Florence Pugh, but that's just because I'm like fucking 8 years old, literally. But no, it's pathetic. So I mean. Florence Pugh, because they're gonna use that character going towards the Young Avengers, and then Falcon Winter Soldier getting a season 2. To me, it's like you can't really do it if it doesn't make sense because all of these shows feed into the certain phase and narrative of one section of the MCU's timeline. So you can't just say, "Oh, we're gonna do 4 seasons of the show," and it's like Kevin Hart again. No, the fuck you're not. Hold up, the way the MCU is set up is no, you can't. It doesn't work.
It depends on how long between season 1 and like the next Avengers movie, whatever that's going to be. How long there is, is there time to do a whole nother season? Is it going to take place after the next Avengers movie? It's just too hard to tell right now. We haven't seen it yet.
Exactly.
Do we want to see it? Does it build? Does it leave off enough story? I don't know that they can't do in a movie.
I mean, I've seen some of this, and it looks like they're trying to go for the Captain America Winter Soldier vibe. That's what it looks like they're trying to go for, trying to make it like a political espionage thriller like they did. But the thing is, they don't have the Russos on this one, and it's a different time in our world right now. So that's what really, really worries me. And it could start off good, like WandaVision. I thought WandaVision started off good. I still kind of like WandaVision, but it was a pointless show. And the ending...
I do too.
I mean, I liked it overall. I thought it was pretty good, but you're right. It ended kind of like, I kind of was hoping for more.
Yeah, the ending is what really killed that show, honestly.
Yeah.
It was. Yeah. It kind of just... the air was let out of the tire. They had it nice and blown up for a solid ending. And from what I hear, like, the Bear Bug had a lot of restrictions on that too. Like they wanted to have certain cameos.
They couldn't do it.
Yeah, they wanted to do more with Senior Scratchy and Ralph
Yep.
Boner, but it just
Talk
and
about
that's
I'm
like
so
that
mad
was-
about that.
oh,
That
I'm
was
still
another
mad.
bad-
I'm still mad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That one pissed me off.
but like Darcy too.
Like,
That's
that
why
did.
she was only in that
Yep.
one scene because they
Yep.
were doing reshoots when they filmed the post-credit scenes, and they just had to say, "Oh well, she doesn't like the paperwork or whatever they said. She does, debriefings for pussies or whatever."
Debriefings are for a week or something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
That's
So
what it was.
yeah,
Yep.
that's why it kind of ended like we were seeing the effects of the lockdown and just coming in that show as well. But yeah, the air was definitely let out in that last episode.
That Hayward character was like nerfed too because they did nothing with him. It's like you could have like actually, he really kind of wasn't the bad guy, until he shot at the fucking kids. Which
Exactly. It's like, where'd that come from?
Yeah, and to be honest, the kids weren't even fucking real. So did he really shoot at anybody?
Yeah.
But he did shoot at Monica. So that's the thing.
Yeah.
But I mean, they didn't do anything with him. It was like
they also like I seen where the creator of the show said he has no idea who Mephisto was. And he's like,
the creator?
The creator of Wonder Vision. He was like,
what's her
he
name?
had no idea who Mephisto was. We don't know why we referenced the devil in the details.
She was the one who said she had never read a comic, right? She didn't read any of the Vision.
She doesn't know how to read comics.
Yeah. Doesn't know how to read comics.
She doesn't know how to read comics.
She doesn't know how to end comic book shows either.
No, not
Depending on Wanda's role in Doctor Strange 2 as well, the show might make more sense in hindsight. I'm thinking if they play her as a villain, then this show, gave them a chance to really build her up.
Yeah,
I don't think they're going to go that way. Yeah, because what I didn't know,
she is sort of a villain though.
She is,
in the
I
comics.
think Elizabeth Olsen's popularity may nerf her villainous.
Yeah, that's true though. She's so popular right now and I think she's great in that role. I mean, I really like her in that role. She's awesome.
But
I'd like to see her as a villain.
Yeah, me too. In Doctor Strange Part 2, as a villain, her and Doctor Strange going at it. Like,
that'd be very cool.
That'd be awesome. But they're going to nerf it. They're going to nerf it, just like they nerfed her show.
But that point of that last post-credit scene though was to show you, like, even Doctor Strange, when he astral projects to study, his physical form has to rest while he does that, or what they did to Bruce Banner and Endgame, even Hulk. His physical form. She was chilling, drinking tea, and doing that, and studying a book that can very well corrupt her too. In the Darkhold, I mean, that's powerful. We haven't seen a being be able to astral project while continue on consciously in their physical form.
Right.
And I mean, they did set up the fact that she's dealing with, not the black magic, but what do they call it?
The Darkhold. Oh, the chaos magic.
Chaos magic. Yeah, they did kind of set that up as like a prophecy. You're the one that prophesizes the chaos magic. So I mean, they are kind of setting the stage for the fact that things might not go so smoothly for her, and she might fall, to the dark side, at least for a time being. I don't want to keep her evil because I mean, her character is not overall. No. She's not really a villain either in the comics either. But
she just has that dark.
Yeah, can kind of
like Bucky.
Kind of like Bucky, right?
Bringing it back to one, because they're kind of like
they're kind of the same sort of
point thing.
Yeah.
And the thing with chaos magic is, and they explain it in Doctor Strange. You can't. Magic extends a toll. You have to pull it from another universe, and the reason it is chaos magic is she's literally creating the magic. It's almost an unlimited surplus of magic with no toll being taken. So it gets to the point of self-indulgence, I guess. And if she's going to be able to resist that,
well, she totally I mean, the whole show was about her self-indulgence.
She took the whole fucking town hostage.
Yeah. For her,
dude, I thought they were going to do the House of M and stuff, like in reverse. Like she was going to create mutants, like because in the House of M she stops the creation of mutants. I thought this was going to be like a reverse story, like
that would have been
thing. I thought those were going, and then
oh man, how great they introduced the the X-Men. That would have been a great thing. And they kind of play off the comics where she takes the mutant gene away.
Yep.
She creates it. Oh, that would have been.
That would have been.
And,
I mean, because Wanda is that powerful. She's
she does. That's right. That's what she does in the comics. Yeah.
That was the whole House of M thing.
She took the gene
Yeah,
away.
the no more mutants, and it was like what 90% of the mutants on Earth or something were gone. But so they need to they could have done that. There's so many things that could, but like I said, Jack Schaefer doesn't know jack shit about the comics.
Who's Mephisto?
Who's Mephisto? Mahoo?
Yeah.
Hey, I have a really funny idea. Hear me out. We're gonna take Evan Peters, who played, I think it was Quicksilver over. I thought we're gonna do that. We're gonna bring him in.
No, they'd be like, he played the Flash. He was the Flash in that X movie.
He was the Flash.
I think it was jealousy because their Quicksilver was like a highlight of the X-Men movies, and people really liked him. So I thought I personally think they kind of, brought him over to make him a joke because you're not going to top Marvel. You're just not going to beat us.
It's like Vince McMahon when he started bringing the WCW guys in and having Triple H bury him one by one. Even if it took 20 fucking years, like it did with Sting, he's like, I'm still gonna bury you, you son of a bitch. Macho Man banged my daughter Stephanie. Meanwhile, Savage is looking down on Vince going, oh yeah, I did it, Vince. I got up on the top pillar of the bedpost and I dropped the Slim Jim right up in her, Vinnie Mac. I did it. Oh yeah. He always rises to the top.
If I smell Slim Jim on your breath, Stephanie.
But as far as the Winter Soldier and the Falcon goes, back on topic there.
Cup of coffee, the cream always rises to the top.
No, seriously. I don't mind it if Falcon becomes Captain America if the story's done and done right. No. I still personally think that they somewhere along the way they changed it because I'm pretty sure it was clear that Bucky was headed that direction. And I mean, if you look at the popularity of the two characters, the only reason that Bucky's really in this show is because of his popularity. They kind of need him to boost Falcon, to be honest with you. Because his character is more popular than Falcon's. So they need to bring in that like dynamic between them two.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Absolutely, because it'll sell the show more. Because honestly, if
it will sell the transfer as well. So
if you take these two and you did like a buddy cop show with them, the dynamic would be absolutely fucking awesome. Because these two are both great actors, they really are.
Yeah.
And that's I think what will make this show work ultimately is it's Marvel, and I say that not because I'm just blindly supporting the MCU, but their writing is at least fairly competent. Now, sometimes an actor's portrayal can either lift or weigh that down. And you can take two examples of that being like Captain Marvel being one and say Ant-Man being another. Now, while Captain Marvel made more money, which movie is more popular with the actual fans? It's Ant-Man, because it's got good writing, the characters are relatable, endearing, and funny. And what does Captain Marvel have? And I say this not to insult Brie Larson, but from a writing standpoint, the writing was terrible. Ryan Fleck and Anna Boden had no idea what they were doing. It was horrible.
I mean, it just made so much money because it was the movie that led directly into Endgame, and people thought they had to see it, to understand what was going on. I still haven't seen it actually, because
me neither.
I still haven't seen it. It's the only one I haven't seen.
Captain Marvel is just
My wife watched it. Captain Marvel's song.
Captain Marvel's just, hey, who remembers this song?
Yep.
Oh yeah.
That's it. That was it. That was it. It was just
a
90s song after 90s song, and they made sure they shot Arnold's head off in the True Lies display in the Blockbuster video.
Man.
Down with the patriarchy.
I gotta say, I see Shell back there in the chat. He says that Falcon is in a super soldier, where Steve and they've been augmented.
Bucky,
What do you about that?
Yeah. That's what I was wondering because didn't they show him throwing the shield in one of the trailers?
Yeah, I think he does. I think he's flying down and throws it, doesn't he?
I can't remember. No, because was it him or was he? I want to say he threw it from a standstill. I was like, because that shield is not light.
No.
Yeah, no.
So I mean, I would think you would have to be augmented to be able to throw it with the velocity that Captain America does, at least augmented. Because as they pointed out, I don't know what was pointed out here yet. Cap Shellback did. He's a super soldier, and Falcon wasn't. He just has tech. He's like Rhodey and Iron Man.
Pretty much.
Yeah, I can't see how he could throw unless he's flying and he uses, the velocity of the air and the momentum to that's the only thing I can see. Otherwise, yeah, it's true. He doesn't have the power to be able to throw it like Cap, or at least have it bounce off things and come back,
they did actually just release a clip where he's doing that. Falcon, he's got like stuff on the trees and he's just like throwing this, bouncing them off the trees and catching it and doing flips. So
yeah, maybe they I don't know. They'll have to enhance them then for that to make sense.
It was a weak ass throw. He is not augmented. All right.
There you go. Yeah.
Like I said, though, man, I'm not against it. It's just I felt when I was watching the Marvel Cinematic Universe, because I'm a fan here. I mean, I know you see a lot of DC stuff on my wall here because Superman's my number one, always will and always shall be.
Yeah,
he's my number one. But I've been a fan of comics since I was a kid, and it's because of Superman. So I've read and I've watched every single Marvel movie except for Captain Marvel. And the story that I saw with Bucky was that he was geared to be Captain America. That's the way I saw it. And like I said, though, if it's not him, it's the Falcon. That's the only two. If there's no possible way where Captain America cannot be Captain America, or Steve cannot be Captain America, it's one of those two. But I felt like there was a narrative in that direction. Yeah. And then I felt like that narrative changed for certain reasons, if you get my drift.
Opportunity.
Yeah. So, but I'm all for it if the story is done and told in a way like I said, where maybe Bucky becomes Captain America, then he decides, this ain't really me. And then it becomes a Falcon, and at the end, Falcon's Captain America. But I don't know if they're going to do that. And plus, I'm anxious to see what they're going to do with Kurt Russell's son, who's basically going to play a U.S. agent who goes crazy. Yes. If they make him go crazy. Plus, he's, he
plays a villain.
They don't want Falcon to be. From what I've heard, they don't want Falcon to be Captain America, possibly because of skin color. So they kind of want to have their own Captain America. The government does, and Kurt Russell's son Wyatt Russell is going to play like the U.S. agent, who I don't know if they're going to follow the comics, but like in the comics, he eventually goes crazy. He becomes a villain. So
okay.
I hear they're experimenting with the super soldier serum.
Yeah, and I believe
Ross.
What's his name from?
General Ross.
Yeah. No. Yeah. That Abomination from the Incredible Hulk, I believe, is going to be in this.
Yeah, Abomination's going to be in this.
Yeah. Tim Roth. Really? Yeah. See, it sounds good, doesn't it? It sounds good. Like Wyatt Russell as U.S. agent, Abomination, Falcon and Bucky, their duo, and Baron Zemo. And it sounds really good.
General Ross.
That sounds pretty good.
Is the wokeness and like what they did with WandaVision that's carrying over? That worries me.
What was that, Tony?
No, this is all leading to like Red Hulk and the Thunderbolt and stuff.
That was Thunderbolt. That'd be cool.
Abomination was made. They were experimenting with the super soldier serum, and they're going to give it to U.S. agent. I think that's going to drive him nuts. Which I think it's better that Kurt Russell's son got the role than John Cena, because I know Cena was up for it. But yeah, I think this is we're gonna see like the beginning of the Thunderbirds, at least in this show, and I think we're going to see Red Hulk before the show signs off on the last episode, maybe even the post-credit scene. But General Ross is gonna take some of the serum.
See.
I've been waiting for that.
That would be awesome. That would be awesome. But we also thought Ralph Boner was.
Yeah.
We also thought he was Quicksilver.
Tony, that's a good idea for a Hollywood honey dick right there. That was a good Hollywood honey dick right there. Was Evan Peters in fucking WandaVision. What did he say? Wait, I'm looking here. Wait. Oh,
I
go ahead.
did get a thing from that. Like, somebody asked a question about what did you think of the reveal of Ralph Boner, and I was like, I didn't like it. They turned him into a dick joke. And then somebody commented on mine that was like, but they didn't know. It was a nod to Boner from Family Ties.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you don't even, it's not even Family Ties. I'm like, dude, that's growing pains to begin with.
You know,
and I don't think it was really a nod to that. I just think it was a dick joke.
Yeah.
Damn. Go ahead, Tony.
I was just gonna say those scenes in the Fox X-Men where Quicksilver's getting off and everything's moving in slow motion, you know? That's what he did with all of our hearts. And he just went around ripping them out, you know?
Quit playing games with my heart.
My heart.
Oh, God. Well,
Anyways.
what I want to do right now is I'm going to come on camera here, and I'm going to open. I got this today from a guest on the show, former guest on Friday Night Fandom Menace, Friday Night Live, Don Osborne. He had a comic come out, and I'm going to open this now, and I made sure I taped off the front of it so I didn't dox myself here. But so I'm opening this here. Sorry. Let's see. There we go. It's shipped nice, two nice backs on the front. Here we go. Oh yeah, this is Everlasting Survivors. See it there, nice.
Wow, nice.
And Jeff Hicks illustrated this book.
Cool.
This is he started doing this book years ago, and it just came out. And I had him. He was a guest on Friday Night Live with Tony and I. So he sent Tony and I both a copy of the book. And the art is cool. And yeah, I'm looking forward to reading this. It's called Everlasting Survivors, and he still is shipping them out. I think you can still hit him up on Indiegogo. But if not, you can. I'll post a link on Twitter, and I'll put one in the description to the video, to where you can get a hold of them, because I believe he said he still had some copies left. So that's Everlasting Survivors, and thank you to Oz for sending me that book. And Tony as well. I'm looking forward to getting to read that one. That's nice too. It's like I said, it's nice and thick. It's got a good, the covers on it are just, it's very professional. It is a very professional book. Like I said, the art, Jeff does good art. Jeff does super good art, man.
The color's great.
Yeah, there is the colors pop in that. But yeah, and that's that is, man, I appreciate getting that kind of stuff. That's always fun to see. And like I said, I backed Vinny's Shadow of the Kraken too. That's another one I'm looking forward to getting my hands on, because Vinny's been a guest on the show many times, man. His artwork is excellent. The colors, the characters, So we're gonna slip into our last topic now. I'll just pull this screen share up with little to no fanfare, because I have to give it over to my man here. We're going to talk a little bit about Rian Johnson and his Star Wars trilogy. And this is a Screen Rant article, so take it for what it's worth. Because we all know, the Rian Johnson trilogy has been long threatened, but I mean, hello, man babies. It's me, Rian Johnson. You pith babies are just afraid of a good Star Wars trilogy, aren't you? You couldn't even handle Canto Bite. I gave you Benicio del Toro, whatever his name is, Del Taco, with a stutter, and you didn't like it. What's wrong with you? You're all bigots who are afraid of strong women and space horses. Later, man babies. I'm out of here. I gotta go throw some darts at Mike Zero. Thank you very much, Ryan, for your kind support. And please join the like side of the force by smashing the like button. That's it. You guys are out of here. Get out of here.
Nice, man.
Oh,
I'm up top now. Ooh, I'm a power top.
Oh, yeah. I didn't even realize. I looked down. I'm like, wait, Tony needs to come back in. I was like, wait, what happened here? What happened? So here we are, screenrant.com, Rian Johnson's Star Wars trilogy, 5 sequel trilogy mistakes to avoid and 5 ways it can be great. And this is Guillermo Curtin from Screen Rant. This was published 1 day ago. Shouldn't that just be 1 day ago?
1 day ago. That's Screen Rant, so
it was published 1 day ago. I'm sorry. Rian Johnson's proposed Star Wars trilogy certainly needs to avoid certain mistakes made in the sequel trilogy, but it has the potential to be great. On what grounds does this have the potential to be great?
yeah, it doesn't.
Made up world.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I think that might be Tony's specialty. Is that Clown World?
Clown World.
Yes.
Is that where Ryan runs things and his trilogy's great? I mean, oh my God.
Yeah, this is nothing. No one's asking for this.
No. It's like those memes where it's like it's like nobody, literally nobody ever. And it's like, here's a Star Wars trilogy by Rian Johnson. We're all like, oh, Jesus, help me. Jesus, take the wheel. Jesus, take the wheel.
They just won't let this go either.
They're clamoring for it, man. They're like the Snyder people. They want this. They want this guy to do it. Yeah, no, not one bit. Not at all.
Yeah, where's the move? That's right. That's a perfect example, though. Like, where's the movement for the Rian Johnson trilogy, like there was for the Snyder cut? You know, there's not any.
Not.
There's no hashtag trending for this. Trust me.
Yeah, the Johnson verse.
There's more of a hashtag trending for a solo part 2 than there is for.
Don't you put that evil out into the world, Ricky Bobby. Don't you put that evil out to the world. Don't you do it. Next thing you know, we'll be getting a sequel of Alden Peckerwood, the boring girl, and the girl with the freckles that's in the Falcon and Winter Soldier show that beats up, is it Bucky already? I don't know. She's one of the flag smashers or something. But yeah, we'll be getting Alden Peckerwood back. He's like, look, guys, I'm suiting up again. Yee! and all of a sudden, Alden Peckerwood sounds like Rian Johnson. I don't know. They all sound the same. I don't know. All I know is Rian Johnson, if he walked down the hall, he'd just look like a wiffle ball bat with a fucking basketball sitting on top of it. That's basically right. That's like what he just looks like. I can just see him walk. He's just a little waddle.
It's ridiculous.
I'm ridiculous. I'm sorry. The more recent development of the Star Wars franchise have been ushering in a redemption arc of sorts as The Mandalorian continued its acclaimed run through its 2nd season. On top of that, Disney Investor Day revealed a swath of new shows and announcements of upcoming movies. One notable absence was the Rian Johnson trilogy that he was given before The Last Jedi released. Yeah, they were like, we're going to take that back.
Yeah, that's why you don't greenlight sequels or spin-offs before, the first thing comes out. Because you just don't know.
I think Kathleen Kennedy was so sure of herself after The Force Awakens, and she found the director she always dreamed of, and that she was like, "Who's going to hate this?" Guess what? Sorry.
It's all good. Vinny says, "I'm proud of you, ETEP. You finally got more toxic." Hey, look, I've tried. As a critical drinker says, how is that man's head the exact shape of a soccer ball? I just want to see the drinker face to face with Ryan, or like just like even over like a stream, he's just like, fuck off, Roundhead.
I mean,
Ryan.
He's got the Lucasfilm creative team caught in his orbit.
That's So they just can't pull away from him.
It's like that episode of Family Guy where it's Peter. No, is it South Park or Family Guy where Peter has his own gravitational pull, and I think it's Stewie like throws like fruit up around him. It's like orbiting him.
It's orbiting,
It's like, imagine if like a comet's headed towards Earth and we're able to like send Ryan Johnson off in one of Elon Musk's Falcon rockets or something, and it changes the trajectory of the comet, almost like like when you release the shrapnel from your suit for the heat-seeking missiles, it just creates a diversion for the comet, the gravitational pull from his genius round head. I don't know. This is the kind of shit I think about.
That's where all the good ideas come from. I want to see Pulp Fiction. Somebody recut that scene where he's like, check out the big brain on Brett to check out the big head on Ryan, and have Ryan Johnson sitting in the fucking chair.
Have you guys seen Cobra Kai?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
You know Tori?
Yeah.
I swear she's Ryan's daughter. Like, I
feel sad because that girl is better looking than Ryan Johnson. Let's put it that way, because
she is, but she's got
head is round. Her head
she does have a bit of a weird head, though.
She's got a Stewie head almost.
It's huge. She looks like a Nintendo Mii.
She does. She does kind of look like that.
Nintendo Mii.
That's funny.
You want to go play tennis or box or something?
She's like, can't we do Wii bowling? Oh my god. Oh god. Wait. What would Bree say? What would Bree say? There it is. The more recent developments in the Star Wars franchise have been ushering in a redemption arc. What the fuck? Did I already read this shit? Let's see. Oh, yeah. So, yeah, you don't fucking... Here it says, Episode 8 proved to be the most divisive film in the franchise and the Skywalker saga. And that's saying something given the backlash to the prequels. Yeah, no. Don't even try that. Because it wasn't anywhere near that. I'm sorry. Not even close.
No.
And the media bullied Ahmed fucking Best, not true. Not fans, not fucking fans. Like they have, it's not a story Disney would have you believe, or their shill media.
In the dark times before the Empire.
It felt like that trilogy's status was in limbo, but it's been confirmed that it's still greenlit. Sure it is. The Last Jedi made some controversial decisions, but it certainly hasn't helped by the Rise of Skywalker in terms of competing story arcs satisfyingly tying loose ends. Here are sequel mistakes to avoid and what could still make this trilogy great.
Don't have Ryan Johnson write or direct a movie.
Just cancel it all together and get rid of Kathleen Kennedy and probably put some people in there that actually care about Star Wars.
Burn it with fire.
Just get out there. Sometimes you got to get the flamethrower and burn down the field so that the new stuff can grow back.
That's it, right? Hey, thanks for stopping in, Shellback. Have a great night, sir. Thank you very much for coming. Let's see. Wait, we got one parting gift for you before you go. Right here we go.
I'll see you in hell, Costanza.
There we go. One of my favorites, Mr. Gordon Jump, in his guest appearance on
I'll see you in hell, Costanza.
That is one of my favorite lines. I love that.
That is great.
Number 10, avoid winging stories as they come. Perhaps the most infamous issue with the sequel trilogy was the lack of planning beforehand. It was clear 8 and 9, there was never a cohesive plan for a sequel trilogy. Would generally play out narratively. After the backlash that The Last Jedi got, Jar Jar Abrams released a movie that ended the trilogy on a whimper. While the controversial plot seems Plot points in the former: Poe's mutiny, Finn and Rose's Canto Bight side quest, Snoke's premature death sparked problems. Abrams and Lucasfilm desperately trying to 180 all of Johnson's decisions made things worse. If 9 was planned out and explored Johnson's decisions in order to fulfill them, the trilogy may have ended on a high and retroactively made 8 pay off story-wise. Who writes this shite? Like,
Is this a Screen Rant article?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. It's just there's yeah, it did. Like I said, it was JJ and Ryan in a pissing contest. That's what that was. And JJ was up to bat last, so he got the last laugh, and he basically retconned all of the movie that Ryan did. Which, I mean, I'm not, I don't like Ryan Johnson at all, but I mean, it really, the movie was bad. I mean, it's not like it was a good movie despite Ryan Johnson. It was just a shit movie.
Yeah, and it's not even one of those movies where it's so bad you can enjoy it. It's just one of those movies where it's just bad. I mean, because I try to find good in every movie, even shit movies, and there's really, you just can't. You really can't.
It's insultingly bad. It's not Star Wars. It's all the characters. It's the backdrop. It's the scene. I mean, it's everything, but it's not Star Wars. It's just not. I mean,
Exactly.
For all of J.J. Abrams' faults, at least he could recreate the feeling somewhat. At least he could rip off the first couple movies or something. I mean, at least he could. And he went, I think J.J. Abrams, he's a coward. So he never meant to go out and intentionally destroy anything. He's just afraid to do what Ryan Johnson does, which is, take risks and just, But Ryan Johnson doesn't take the right risks.
What J.J. Abrams wants is he wants to be like George Lucas. He wants to be like Steven Spielberg. He wants, the toys. He wants the comics. He wants the branding. He wants all that. That's like his deal that he made with Star Trek, where like anything that came before his Kelvin timeline, he can't make money off of. So that he had him stop selling the original series, Next Generation toys, all that, and start pushing all his stuff because he wants that. He wants to be that type of person. And it just isn't working. And he didn't get it with Star Trek. He didn't get it with Star Wars. And now he's going to try it with the DC universe, and he's going to fuck that up too.
He's not created. The difference between him and them is they created their own brand. They created their own thing. They
Exactly. And he's trying to take it from them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And it's just, I don't know. Yeah, I still haven't seen The Rise of Skywalker, so I can't even speak that much on J.J. Abrams and his job. I didn't. Yeah.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry, Tom. Sorry, Tom.
Not worth it.
No, I was just going to say I haven't seen half his work, so I mean, just judging from The Force Awakens, I mean,
Yeah.
Coward.
I saw it in the theater. Like I said, I've described that scenario and why. But I watched it in the theater. And I've seen it. I think I watched it with my kid. He wasn't even that into it, and he loved Star Wars. He was just like kind of meh with it. Kind of like Solo. Like he got bored and went and played when we were watching Solo. I almost
kind of destroys that it's a kids movie narrative.
Yep, exactly. I'd like to take a moment to thank new subscriber Freddie Milsaint. Thank you. That's number 577. So thank you, sir.
Right,
I do
appreciate
it. Let's see what can we play for Freddie? Here we go. We got this one. I haven't played this one in a minute. I love me some Disco Godfather.
And what has he had? I want you to tell him what he has had.
There we go. Some Rudy Break. There we go. Some Disco Godfather. Have you guys ever seen that movie?
No.
It is hilariously bad, but it's amazingly good at the same time. It's really fun.
Disco Godfather.
Disco guys, Rudy Ray Moore, man. He's like those blaxploitation films are the best, dude. They're so fucking funny. We got How Can It Be Great? A Blank Canvas. Do we really want to trust Ryan Johnson with a blank canvas? I'm not going to read this Drek, but we can just kind of conjecture on these. Do we really want to trust him with a blank canvas?
No.
They wouldn't have given him the characters we knew and just said, okay, go tell your own story on this original story on this side of the universe. I don't think anyone would hate Ryan Johnson, but that wasn't their intention.
How many Ryan Johnson movies have you seen?
I watched Looper because of The Last Jedi.
Looper is a shit movie. Right there. Yeah. I've said it a million times. I've talked about this, is that when I found out that he was going to do Star Wars, because I had seen Looper, I knew it was screwed. I knew it was, because that is a shit movie. Yeah. He is better suited at like with Knives Out.
He was Knives Out. I liked Knives Out.
I mean, I won't watch it because I can't stand him and the way he's treated fans. I can't watch another Ryan Johnson movie ever. Yep. But he's better if they like gave him a Star Wars movie where it was like a crime thriller. Mm-hmm. Possibly people would not like him because that's the world he plays in. That's where he's better suited.
Yeah.
Yep. He's just. Ugh. 8. Avoid planning another saga epic.
But it's a trilogy, so it's got to be a saga epic, right?
Yeah, like that kind of goes against the entire precipice of a fucking trilogy. I mean, you want it to be, if it's a trilogy of movies, you want it to be a sprawling, like epic saga, you know? That's kind of like what they had planned for the new Dune, which, I mean, God knows what's going to happen with that now. You know, I don't, you know, but I mean, he couldn't pull off a Star Wars trilogy. I mean, he couldn't just, I mean, Star Wars is basically a fucking layup if you're not a fucking complete idiot. It's a layup.
Yeah.
I mean, really, we know what people like. We know what people want to see. We know there's still a huge galaxy out there. You know, the EU proved that. And even though the EU wasn't canon, there was still, you could draw from that now because there's an audience for it. You have a built-in audience that will buy that will pay for that want that, you know? But it's like Disney refuses. They're like, no, you know, fuck that. We've got the High Republic. Here's a fucking rock, you peasants. You know, here's Geode. Talk about fucking Geode for 2 weeks. You know, here's Leox fucking gay ass. He looks like Han Solo went to the Blue Oyster in Police Academy 3.
I hate to say it, in a week of Falcon and the Winter Soldier and the Snyder Cut, which is years in the making, Geode has dominated the conversation.
Yep. It has. It's sad. That and that rewriting Ripley article, that hit piece, you know,
dude,
that
pissed
was
me off because I know some of those people, and that pissed me off so bad.
Yeah, we were just on the stream the other night with RK Outpost. Ryan stopped on the TR4 Saturday night, and so did 3PO, and you know, they kind of got to speak their piece on it. And I mean, you know, both of them have good reputations in the community. Things were taken out of context in the video. It was done with malicious intent. It was basically what is akin to, I mean, almost, I would say, slander. I mean, if not, it's damn near close. But I don't know. It's ridiculous, and it has no weight. You know, we just kind of have to. You know, you have to deal with it, but at the same time, it's like you don't want to talk about it too much because you don't want to put weight behind their words.
Exactly.
All right.
You know, let's see. Here we go. What else we got? How it can be great. A general outline. Jesus. Like,
why don't they just write it for him?
Isn't that writing 101? Okay, Ryan, now here you go. I can just see it now. They're like, all right, Ryan, now here's an outline. Why don't you write little points, Ryan, things that you'd like to do with the story, you know, a few points in the plot. And Ryan's like, oh, I don't know. Subversion. Can I just subvert? I just want to be subversive. Like, what the fuck? Like, come on. Why? Why? Oh, fucking Ryan. Just right.
2 chops to the throat.
Why are you the way that you are? I hate so much about the things that you choose to be.
I mean, so to write it, like I said, man, this is just like writing. I don't think anybody who's ever written a story, a movie, a book, anything, an article has done it without some sort of general outline. Oh yeah, Ryan did it with a Star Wars movie. Never mind.
Actually, he
on a
didn't.
napkin.
Actually,
Yeah.
J.J. Abrams outlined the trilogy with Lawrence Kasdan, and then Ryan Johnson came in and said, "Nope," and he wrote his own story.
Yeah, I think even outline the trilogy is take that with a grain of salt.
Yeah, I would say it was kind of like, okay, we're doing this, and then we kind of want you to go here and here, but then you got the best. And then he was like, "No, I don't like that at all." So, I mean, he literally changed Kylo Ren's scar on his face just because he didn't like the placement. I mean, how petty is that?
I think it'll be better here. Here's a good one. Avoid focusing too much on Jedi. I got a question. Didn't they try that in a couple movies?
I think that was the whole
Rogue One
sequel
Rogue
trilogy.
One.
They didn't focus on Jedis at all.
Yeah. Rogue One and what's the Solo? There was no Jedis in Solo.
Yeah, just Darth Maul's
Darth Maul
cameo at the end.
Lighting his lightsaber up just for no fucking reason.
Yeah, grabbing his lightsaber for no reason.
He's like, you should come see me. Check it out. I've got this thing still.
Yeah.
I'm still here on Dathomir with my. I wonder that'd be sweet if he had his my robot spider legs. Robot spider legs, spider legs. He's like, he starts singing, doing the face. He's like, Darth Maul, twirling his lightsaber around. They're like, they might as well at that point. I mean, you had a fucking subterranean vampire worm who lived in a glass house underground. I mean, what the fuck? Like, here, Alden Peckerwood, just throw the rock through the window and that'll take out the vampire worm. So have to jump in the water and then you and Boring Girl could escape. I mean, what? Who is this? Nana, is that you? Who let you use the phone again? Hang up, Nana. Stop telling me stories. It's like a fucking fever dream. Like, what the Avoid focusing too much on the Jedi. All right, fam. We'll get right on that. Oh, how it can be great. A new era. Oh, Jesus. Oh.
Geode. Here, get ready for your big debut.
Yeah, we should have had Geode right on the front and center.
I mean, I feel like Disney paid for this article.
I know. They're like, here, just here's $50, kid. Just write this.
Yeah, say the High Republic's good.
Yeah, just put the High Republic on the list. You know, what else we got here? Underdeveloped main characters.
Well, that's one. Yeah. That's true. They were all underdeveloped.
Oh yeah. Yeah, they really dropped the ball with basically everybody in the entire fucking cast. Like, ugh. Like, how do you do that with 3 fucking movies? Oh yeah. How it can be great. A platform for other creators. Well, certain creators that actually respect the lore, yeah. Yeah. Jesus. Hey, Leslie Headland, you look like a fucking blockhead and you worked for Harvey Weinstein. Here's a Star Wars show. I heard you're an intersectional third wave feminist land whale. Have a fucking Star Wars show. Avoid too much nostalgia. Jesus, help me, Rhonda. Why?
Is it even right? Is this even a Star Wars movie now?
Yeah, no Jedi. Avoid nostalgia.
A new era.
Why the fuck are they putting Kylo Ren in here? Ain't nobody nostalgic for Kylo Ren or Jake Soywalker or fucking Rey. None of this shit. Like, nobody wants.
There's only 3 of them that I care about on that cover.
I know. They're right here.
What's the name of this author?
Ryan Johnson.
Ryan John. It was me, you man babies. It's Guillermo Curtin.
No, okay. Some dude from Screen Rant and Comic Book, whatever, followed me on Twitter, so I was just curious.
Oh, let's see. And number one, how can be? Oh yeah, the dark side, the acolyte's gonna make Star Wars great again. There
Oh.
we go.
Yeah. Okay.
I told you it was gonna be lit. It was me, Austin. It was me all along. Leslie Hadley. Oh, dude, speaking of that, I got to use that Vince McMahon clip like perfectly timed because Batwoman took her fucking mask off and showed Alice who she was. And as soon as she took the mask off, I switched it to Vince McMahon taking the hood off, going, "It was me, Austin." I couldn't fucking. I was like, "This is too perfect not to." But so Leslie Headland's The Acolyte can make Star Wars great. That's just
No.
Yeah. Disney paid for this article. Sponsored by Disney.
Sponsored. You know what? I do think Disney has a stake in Screen Rant.
They probably do. That's absolutely horrible journalism. My God. And you know, it is. It's fucking terrible. It is. God damn, that's horrible. Oh God, this is a great note to end on, though, guys. It has been a great show. We've been going for 2.5 hours. I've kept these guys long enough. Thank you, man, for a great episode this evening, gentlemen. This has been a lot of fun.
Oh, my pleasure.
It really has, man. Fanzine, Enter the Unfamiliar. Thank you guys both for coming on. I'll let you sign out. I'm going to kick it over to Tony here. Tony, go ahead, brother. Take it away.
So the Clown World review is a lot like Star Wars, come with no expectations. And that includes like expecting to be entertained or joyous or happy. It's actually kind of depressing over there. But come by anyway. I started a script today for a production project that should be out. I'm probably going to record it tomorrow. Hopefully I can get it to drop tomorrow. If not, then Wednesday, definitely. It's going to be a bit of a spicy pepper, so, you know, talking about expectations, I'm hoping for maybe 14 views on that. So come over, hit that notification bell. I've also got some other bigger projects in the works. I actually just had an idea a couple minutes ago and messaged ETEP about it, and it's going to be great. I can't wait to show it to you guys. It may take some time to put together, but it's the first time I've ever done something like this, and I think you're going to enjoy it. So hail the chat. You know, Final Death Star, Enter the Unfamiliar, Fanzine. It's great to work with you guys again. The pleasure's all mine. And ETEP, thank you as always. Hope everyone has a great night.
Thanks, Tony.
Thank you.
All right, Tony.
Thank you, Tony. Thank you. Let me kick it over to Enter the Unfamiliar.
Oh, hello, everyone. Great show. Thanks for having me on. I love being able to come on these shows with you guys, you and Tony. Fancy, so nice to stream with you again as well. And yeah, thanks to everyone in the chat. I will be hosting TR4 tomorrow on my channel. So if you guys are around, it'll be 3:30 Pacific Standard Time. So we'll be doing our Rogue Entertainment's TR4. And then next Sunday, I will be having my Enter the Unfamiliar live stream with Flipped Out. We've got two guests. We've got Peter Hanna coming back. He was on last week as a guest. We've got him coming back this coming week. And also Paradigm Shifts. We've got her coming on too. So we're going to be talking UFOs and aliens. It should be a very interesting and fun show. And yeah, otherwise we're doing an old Fourth Wave stream. The original Fourth Wavers on Saturday at 2. It's going to be before the Rogue Entertainment Show. It's going to be myself, Bear Nerd Fun, author Stephen Walden, Sporking News Podcast, and possibly Immortal Coil as well, if he's able to do it. So it's like the original Fourth Wave before Rogue Entertainment, before all this stuff, before we started growing. We're going to do an old school stream. So that's going to be at 2 o'clock on Saturday on author Stephen Walden's channel. So keep an eye out for that as well. Otherwise, yeah, thanks for having me on. I had a lot of fun.
Thanks for coming on, brother. It's always fun. And yeah, man, we got some Superman and Lois goodness to record yet. Yeah, that we had a scheduling mix up there, but last but certainly not least, we got Fanzine. Thank you, brother, for coming on again. I appreciate it, man.
No, thank you for having me, man. I appreciate it being back on here with you and Tony. Thank you, Final. I was just like I was saying, man, I haven't streamed with you in so long. I was wanting to get back with you. So this was a good time. And over on my channel, Fanzcene Vids, you know, I get into a lot of like cult classic 80s and movies and horror, 80s horror and stuff. And, you know, right now on my channel, if you guys like first-person shooter games, I just got a trailer for a first-person shooter documentary that's going to be coming out soon. Go over there, check that out, especially if you're like into like Halo, Doom, all those games from the past to the now. Check that out. You're going to really love that. I usually do a live stream on Wednesday nights at about 9:30 with the guys from Pop Culture Minefield and some other, you know, some other of my dudes like Fat Steven Skull, Script Doctor, Tom from Midnight's Edge. They usually make fun of me, so you can you can watch that. You know, and I'm working on some new content, and you know, I got some interviews up on my channel with director Adam Marcus and this dude who did this really cool comic book called RWA, which is like a riff on Power Rangers. Go check that out, man. It's they're up there, and just find me if you like me. If you don't, it's cool.
Well, man, thank you for coming on, bro. And you're hard to dislike, man. Seriously, you're a nice guy.
I try to be.
It's like I feel like it's like Jerry Seinfeld's mom. How could anybody not like him? How could anybody not like him? So I'm Itepo Kui. Itepo Kui is a place to be reviews. I've got 200,000 at the ready and 1 million more of ETEPs on the way right behind me. I've also got Everlasting Survivors by it looks kind of see-through up here with my green screen, but by Oz, and it's from his Gamble Comics. That's his right there, and you see it's got Mr. Hicks' name down there in the corner. Like I said, very, very nice book, very solid, great coloring and artwork. I am looking forward to reading this. You can find me, let's see, tomorrow I have a Batwoman Twitter video coming out. It's Tuesday, so we're going to do a ratings and a Twitter video, as I've been getting some Twitter spats with some weirdos getting blocked, but I've got multiple accounts so I can see what they say after they block me, and I haven't responded yet. I'll do that for the video. We'll have that tomorrow. Probably a Prodigal Son review on Wednesday. I'll be on TR4 over on Enter the Unfamiliars channel tomorrow night. Wednesday on The Dump, and then right back here at 8:30 for Going Rogue with Tony, and I will be hosting Lorena Creole on Wednesday night. She'll be coming over to spend the evening chatting with us. Thursday morning, right back here on the channel for Mornings with the Place to Be reviews. You'll have some videos throughout the week too. Also, I'll be reviewing the first episode of Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Probably we'll be talking about it Friday night on Fandom Menace Friday Night Live when Red Gaze comes on to the show with Tony and I. I'm name dropping Red Gaze, but yeah, so we'll be having him on as he'll be making his debut on the channel. So with that being said, guys, thank you everybody in the chat. Makini 90. I am going to repopulate the earth, man. Machina. He touched on to repopulate there. Man, thank you all for being here. We truly appreciate you, each and every one of you, for spending your time here, because that time is an irreplaceable commodity. A commodity. Words are hard, and I do appreciate it. I'm Itepo Kui of the Place to Be Reviews. I've been here with all of you. And remember, if I don't see you, have a great day, a pleasant tomorrow, and I'll catch you on the next one.